There. There.
Now there's audio.
Are you happy now? Why are we not getting audio there, though? There it is. All right. This is being a butt.
There we go. Technical difficulties averted for now.
We're gonna just have to keep an eye on whatever the fuck was going on there. Yeah, it didn't,
Is the recording okay?
No.
Ooh.
But we got a live stream.
Yeah.
So, this is why you have backups upon backups. Yeah, for whatever reason. Yes.
I'm not a technical difficulty. I am just a difficulty in general. I'm a cross-domain difficulty. Technical, personal, you name it.
Oh, let's... Stop that. About...
Don't be a part of a problem. Be the whole damn problem.
Yeah, so, yeah, didn't record the first segment, but...
Oof.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really not that big a deal, because all I gotta do is, pull the video from the live stream, and we got the audio recorded in like 6 other spots, so I just picked the right audio and...
Alright.
Yeah, you'll never know. I mean, you watching this live, you're like, ooh, I know.
It's our dirty little secret. It's just between us.
This is what you get for testing and production, but hey, somebody's got to test the OBS things. Let's do a take 2 on that. Record. Are you recording? Yes. Oh, wait. No, that's good. I think that's good. Should be good.
I'm offended by you being back here, Alex. Go back to offending that other streamer.
What?
I don't know. Messing around with Sibs in the chat room.
Oh, you offended it? I mean, Skittles, come on. That's like your thing. You pop in and you pop out.
Secret lover.
All right. That looks good. It looks like we're,
Yep. Oh, hey, the bot was quick this time around.
Hey. All right. For reals this time. We're actually recording a video, too. Look at that. Wonders never cease. Ladies and gentlemen, time for a little bit of shilling, but then we're going to be talking about good news for Intel. Video
Good
cards,
news,
maybe.
everyone.
We're going to promise you something that's going to happen.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna write some checks our bodies can't cash.
Right. Jordan, give me another clap since I didn't get that first time. Thank you, sir. Pedro. Hey, I'm going to play along too. Mine should be right because I never have to change anything on that. All right. In 3. In 2. In...
The news are coming right up. No drivers to talk about this week, but there will be graphics. Well, the promise of graphics. Speculation of graphics. Let's go with that.
No, like shocking graphic content here on Linux Gamecast. Only available on our Patreon. So head on over to patreon.com/LinuxGamecast if you want to see the spicy LGC stuff. Yeah, we got it's like 10 Scoville units. It's like sriracha hot, man. It's scorching.
You wondered where Sacha went.
Yeah. Oh, no, sriracha Nutella, of course. Get into our Discord get into our Discord by subbing to us on Patreon, patreon.com/LinuxGamecast. You can also get into our Discord by subbing to us here on Twitch, twitch.tv/LinuxGamecast. We had a couple of people do that. GameOtron and who was it? I just had the fucking page up. It was Basil. Basil says, "Aye! That's what they use their Twitch Prime sub to say.
Nice.
So yeah, good stuff. Get into our Discord channel. You can RSVP to game streams. I'm doing Strange Brigade on Thursdays. Trackmania is happening on Tuesdays and Fridays. So if you want to, and you can win some games on Friday too if you're
100%.
If you're good or bad enough.
Giving out like Street Fighter, just like whatever I got laying around on my like humble pages, man. So yeah, coming out with us is a good excuse, a good crippling addiction, a retro video game. It's 11 years old. That counts as a retro these days with these kids, and runs on anything. Jordan, Strange Brigade really pretty much runs. If you got a 3D capable system, you can get away with Strange Brigade.
It's all Vulkan like natively, so it runs super well. The only weird thing, Q is use and shift is grenade, and that just makes no sense.
You know what? Cries in Intel integrated graphics, Vulkan. No. How do people, if they want to come play with you, just at you?
Just pop into the after shows, and usually Patrick or Dancing Joe is in there as well.
Shouldn't they let you know ahead of the time?
You probably should, but we generally have slots open anyways. No one who shows up actually mentions or pings me anyways. So it's first.
The only reason I throw that out there because like you always get the person who shows up like, hey, what's going on? Oh yeah, I want to play. Yeah, I got to download it. Yeah. You guys wait on me? Like no.
Well, there's that kind of stuff. We got a store as well. Store.linuxgamecast.com. Buy some t-shirts, fanny packs, tote bags, stickers, coffee cups. All that good stuff. I don't think we have fanny packs anymore. We should.
No, the fanny packs were promised. We still don't have them.
They're in development, man. We got to test these on skeletons.
On the thickest of fannies to make sure that they
skeletal fanny. Sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Is it the British fanny? Is it the American fanny? Is it both? You can find out. We got wish zones as well. If you head on over to linuxgamecast.com, put your mouse over the support button, you can see the links to our wish zones. I have one. I have one. Pedro has one. Ven has one. Jill has one. If you send us some stuff off of it, you can send us a little note that we got to read live on air. And if you send Ven some stuff, then you get your name in lights behind him. There's still some room on the board.
We got to be careful. Like the green LED. Come on, you can do this. You've worked. There we
go. Found it.
The green LED is like when I go track down like whatever the short is. So that's why it's normally in like seizure blinking mode, but now it looks like it's just cutting on and off. So I just get it on static. But hey, we appreciate your support. Let us do what we do. It's awesome. It's a fun time. Come say hi in Discord. We're always hanging out. It's always fun to get new people in. And that's going to do that. Let's get right into the would have lost that bet news.
Yeah, we were talking big shit last week, weren't we?
As far as we know, according to WCCF Tech, there will be a battle mage. It'll be built in the 4 nanometer, whatever they're calling it. It's not FinFET anymore. It's something else.
Yeah. FinFET.
Yeah, FinFET.
Whoa, FinFET, Bam.
It's for the second half of 2024, and the Celestial cards are expected, also from TSMC, in 3 nanometers, on the second half of 2026, if the world hasn't burned out by then. Everyone wants to see Battle Mage Intel, absolutely. Even if they may look or they say that they don't, they do, even if for nothing else than just to, feel validated in their naysaying in the first place. But everyone wants to see Battle Mage. We want to see what you can do after being so dominant in the processor space for as long as you were. Do the GPU thing.
You has-beens.
I think to add a little colory to that, we want to see Battle Mage at a reasonable price point, because if they come out swinging, they're like, we're the rest of the industry has priced these mid-range cards at $500, so we're gonna do that too. We don't know, but this is certainly good news. We've long lamented the state of the graphics card duopoly that is present currently. So any entry, anything to like drive some competition or just to like throw some monkey wrench into the existing like marketing infrastructure is
player three.
Well, so TSMC has said they got the bid for Battle Mage and Celestial. So supposedly Gen 3 Intel GPUs are coming, but no word on Druid. That was the fourth iteration. And so I guess that's still up in the air.
This is more than we were expecting, ladies and gentlemen. I think Intel, you really got a second chance here when you think about it. I mean, if you math that out just a little bit, you got to fall in place. And let's be very clear. Everything that could have fucked Intel with the ARC release, fucked Intel during the ARC release. It was not pretty. And he's like, I wonder what all could go wrong. And I was like,
you mean all the things?
Intel finds a way.
Yes.
It is Murphy's Law and Finagle's Law. Everything that can go wrong will go wrong at the worst possible time.
Also, let's face it, Intel had some nasty karma checks to get cashed on their ass at some point, man.
True.
So both AMD and NVIDIA, I don't care what corporate waifu you have, AMD or NVIDIA, they've shown nothing but just straight up disdain for the mid and low range with the new cards. They have. There's no way to defend this. Like, we're looking at $1,000, $900 cards. And I'm going to say, like, here's Intel. Now they've learned some shit. They understand what it takes to get a GPU to the shelves and all the bullshit that can go wrong to prepare for it.
And some drivers, too.
Right. Mm-hmm. And what Intel has to do right now, they need to be able to deliver a performance budget option. Think about it like this. Like if the A770, the 16 gig variant, the $350 card that's on the market right now, had been able to match what they initially planned for with something that could compete with a 3070 Ti, if it was able to match that performance right now, today, you'd have a hard time keeping those things on the shelf. Why? Because a card at that price performance level doesn't exist in 2023. You can't buy it. It'd be in short supply. Like hell. That would be the card of like, I'm building a new PC. Yeah, just grab one of those. Put it in. It's great. General gaming, open source drivers, 16 gigs of RAM. Yeah, use it for all the things. Unfortunately, it can't really keep up with a 3060 on a good day. Now, if they can get products on the shelves, not late 2024, I mean on the shelves. And I'm not talking about you released a fucking laptop in Korea.
It's technically out, you guys.
Right. To appease shareholders. I'm talking about boxed, on the shelf, second half of 2024, you got a chance to just eat a market because NVIDIA's already shown you, man. They're like, I mean,
40, 50, $500? Yeah.
6 gigs? You happy with that, right? Right? Come on.
And AMD is just like not released anything, period. So,
well, AMD's doing the AMD thing of like, well, we want to respond to whatever NVIDIA's doing, and NVIDIA's like, whatever.
We're still dominant, so fuck you.
Intel, you got a chance. Like, it's
Player
not
3,
dead.
come on.
Yeah. and again, like Ben said, don't even need to compete with the top end. You just gotta like fucking carve out like not even a decent mid-range experience.
You can just
You don't
walk
even need
in.
the mid-range at this point. If you just have something budget that you can justify the price that you're gonna ask for it, people are just gonna buy that shit.
I say they do it. I want them to do it. Now, if it's like late 2024 and at the end of 2024 we get an announcement about next year or something like that, I'm like, good fucking luck. But
I mean, even late 2024, NVIDIA's like, hey, we're releasing the 5000 series. You want a $600 5030?
that, you see, that's if they can do like midway, because NVIDIA, of course, is going to be announcing like whatever is going to be the 5 series. But if you got something on the shelf, people are like, no, because I don't have another $1,000 to spend on your video card, NVIDIA.
I can't take another mortgage on my house in order to afford to play video games, right? Like,
crazy. Good news, everybody, though. Let's talk about AMD for a minute. They released something not necessarily gaming related, but this is the Alveo Ma 35 MA35D.
Ma 35D.
Ma 35 Media Accelerator. AV1 video encoding at 1 watt per stream. This thing is absolutely dope as hell. I want one. I have zero need for one because it's for the data centers. But if you've been wondering, like, why did AMD buy Xilinx? This is why. Because you're looking at $50 a stream. And how many streams can it do on one of these little cards? $1,600 worth, baby. $1,600. AV1, 264, 265, 32 1080p streams. Now, this is encoding, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you got to think about that. 1080p, 4K, you name it, this thing can deliver at it. Now, is this aim for the home user? Absolutely not, because at $1,600, you might as well just get the GPU with it if you want to go to, get some extra butter on it. But this always comes back to something that we've talked about a couple of times on the show is, a thing that NVIDIA or AMD will never make is a consumer version of this, like a PCI by 1 that's PCI Express by 4 with like 1 or 2 encoders on it, so we can just add that functionality to an existing system. But again, we're talking at like, a $199 price range. Both AMD and NVIDIA would we'd like to sell you the whole GPU though. Now, when I think about this though, I look at this and I'm like, this is surprisingly affordable. It's got like super low latency. It is capable of doing 8K 30, and it uses incredibly little power. Mm-hmm. My first thought is
1 watt for 1080p 60
right?
is pretty good.
My thought is like, hey, Twitch, AV1.
Yeah.
Hey, Twitch, you gonna dump a bunch of your old encoder cards for cheap on the internet so that we can fix them up? Most
of encoding at scale, outside of custom hardware at YouTube and Google, is done on CPU.
Oh, interesting. That's Google though.
That's Google and that's Twitch. Google does. They have their own custom AV1 encoders. Like they've designed their own ASICs, and this is interesting. From like Xilinx, our audio is being brought to you by Xilinx right now because I have a Xilinx FPGA in the sound card I have in Jackbox, but that means this is upgradable later on and they can mess around with it and play around with it. I wouldn't know about like home use. No, there's no way to justify it.
This is 100%
for that price. It's very difficult because 8 millisecond latency. 1 watt for 1080p stream, 60 FPS.
What are you doing in your house that requires transcoding of 32 independent 1080p?
I'm bootstrapping my YouTube competitor.
Yeah, okay. Well, then you need a data center card, right?
Or starting your own TV station.
Like realistically, with decent like 5 gig or 5 gig because you can get 5 gig fiber these days. And one of these, we could. It would be completely viable to like do your own live stream, like service, right? Mm. Maybe not even, but if you just wanted to like live stream from whatever you were doing, right? And you could have 20, like shit, man, you buy 3 or 4 of these, yeah, you're good to go. I think it's pretty neat. I think it's pretty neat.
The price isn't, but everything else about it's like,
The price is, you say that, but for the consumer, for enterprise, this thing is
consumers
practically free.
Do you think? Do you think
for enterprise, they're just going to buy an entire pallet of them? Yeah. So,
do you think that like AMD is going to pull like an NVENC and start like shipping some of this hardware on like future GPUs to like have like here's a dedicated encoder?
Because the FPGA Xilinx, they're not cheap. But traditionally FPGA.
But like I wonder though, like even just like a lesser version of this tech, right? Because
they might
like a dedicated NVIDIA card.
They might bake a piece of silicon. I don't. Yeah. What I'm saying is, I don't think we'll ever get like an FPGA version on that.
No, for sure, not like this thing. No, absolutely.
But just for like acceleration for I look at like video encoding. Like, let's say you have to do transcoding. Or if you want encoding to that effect, and you have some like such a fuck mothering juggernaut in that one little card at that price is like I wouldn't even know what to do with it. Like,
start a YouTube competitor, right? Like
start your YouTube competitor. So good news, everybody. Everspace 2 is pretty much out. That's the thing. You can go play it, version 1.0 on PC. You backed it on Kickstarter back in 2019, available for Windows, available for Mac. Oh, shit. We said it was going to be ready for Linux, too. Fuck. Okay, see, we forgot that we said that until like 4 months ago, and we tried to fart out a Linux port, and Unreal Engine 4 didn't work out all that great. So you know what? Thanks for the interest-free loan. If you want a refund, you can get it, but you better hope it works with Proton. No more Linux version. Last minute.
Oh man. Remember back when we were taught like this would have been like early LGC, like episode 100ish, when like, oh yeah, Unreal Engine 4 is coming out. Oh my god, it's supporting Linux. Oh my god, Vulkan. We're going to get all of these games on Linux, you guys. Oh man, how fucking naive we were. Oh, starry-eyed and bushy-tailed.
The latest changes that we don't have, they waited to the last minute. Like they waited until a video post this week to mention this. And this is like previously, they're like, yeah, we're working on the Linux thing. It's all great. Let's just be a warning. Let me see what they say. Latest changes, we won't have a native Linux support, even though we've committed to that many times. Haven't fucking acted on it, but we've committed to it many times. We did spend quite a lot of time and effort on a native Linux build. Still, it turned out due to the broken, incomplete nature of Vulkan implementation on Unreal Engine 4, despite us seeing several games that have been shipped with Unreal Engine 4 utilizing Vulkan, dare say more complex than this. It runs a graphically complex, get out of here, 50 to 80% performance compared to simply running DX12 Windows version in Proton. Yeah, Proton works better. Okay. This pisses me off for a couple of reasons. Not necessarily, I feel bad for anybody that backed it for that reason. Maybe, unfortunately, you've had to learn the lesson that I've learned myself about promises and Linux ports and all the Kickstarter and I don't even know if it was a stretch goal. But who this really sucks for is every single developer out there planning on starting an Indiegogo or a Kickstarter project, a crowdfunding, to bring their vision to real life. They want to make their game. They want to deliver it. And they do want to provide Linux version. Yeah, it's going to take some extra time. Maybe they're probably going to have to learn some new things, but they have the know-how and the time and the drive to deliver it to you, which we've seen with smaller projects, way smaller than this, and they've delivered Linux ports. Well, that person who's thinking about doing this, why even bother offering that as an incentive to do the Linux port? Because people like me, they're going to look at that and go, been burned too many times. Not going to happen.
That is the reason that I stopped backing Kickstarter games. All of the promises that just didn't get delivered.
And at the end of the day, you're still going to end up having to play the game in Proton anyways, so don't go through the emotional roller coaster and just like, oh, hey, this game's cheap on Humble. I remember when it was on Kickstarter. Let's check this out now.
And one of the things, man, this is like the reason we require a working Linux demo to mention a project on this show. Because like it just like went crazy like way back in the day, like when Kickstarter started rolling it, everybody was I mean, we must have been on some type of list because I was getting like 4 or 5 projects a week. Like, hey, yeah, Linux, all the things, guys, Linux. That was like their magic word, and it was enough to one was like, "Where's your demo? Give me your demo tape, bro." Running Linux, and like, wait, what? Huh? Get out of here. So, I mean, back who you're going to back and for whatever reason you're going to back. But stuff like this is just damaging. I think about the next person who's like, really would like to do the work and develop Linux native ports. But maybe that's just not in the cards anymore.
Yeah, well, I think at this point, right, like you're pretty much better off just like shipping the Windows version and making sure that it runs well with Proton if you're going to be releasing on Steam. Strider brings up a good point. Like we've seen a lot of games that got released from the Kickstarter era. They just don't launch anymore on a modern Linux because they're running like too old version of Unity. So like it's the sad reality, but here we are, right?
And that's the thing. Even if they had gotten Unreal Engine 4 to work properly, it's going to be a lot easier and a lot cheaper in the long run if you let Valve handle your support.
Now,
because that's the thing that Vulkan also does.
I will say though, Everspace 2 devs, you decided to do a Vulkan and a DX12 version. You could have just wrote a Vulkan version, and it would have worked everywhere.
Yeah, bro. DX12's future, bro.
Yeah.
Clearly, the emphasis was on DX12, and
in their defense, like in 2019, they probably drank enough of that Kool-Aid. Because you think about like 2019, all the way back, my
pre-pandemic era, right?
Well, I mean, way back, really, because I know Pedro and we always noticed it when Ryan Shrout was on PC Per. That motherfucker would not mention Vulkan. Ryan, love you, buddy, but it was like DX12, and somebody be like, or Josh, whoever, like, what about one? He was like, no, we don't need to worry about that. It's going to be DX12.
Yeah.
You know, the thing that defines the standards that is compliant.
Pedro. No, Pedro, that's some Linux thing. It's going to be DX12.
That works on Windows 7, unlike DX12.
Again, Strider brings up the good point. DX12 support is clicking a button in UE4. Vulkan requires you to write some code, so...
Shh.
Yeah, that's the thing. And Microsoft's products like Visual Studio, if you tab autocomplete to program your game, it's probably going to write a lot of DX code for you. A lot of it.
I don't know. I mean, there's a big price difference between when you have like developers developing a game versus the idea people.
And the idea people aren't necessarily aware of the things that exist.
Well, and also they got to spend 3 times as much because they can't fill any of those roles, you know.
Yeah. No.
So no Everspace ref. But here's the downside with Proton is when that shit breaks, they're not going to be able to fix anything.
Yeah. But the reverse is, it worked and we didn't have to do anything. So
yeah, they didn't have to do anything. Valve handled all of the support. And that's it's basically you get a free Linux port with none of the responsibilities. So
you get to buy a game with 0 support.
Yeah.
Don't promise, whatever you do, just don't promise a Linux version if you're not actually going to deliver it.
Well, how about not waiting until the week of release to bring it up?
Yeah.
Well,
that's thought just the cherry on top of the shit.
Unreal Engine 4 has Linux support. We thought we could just click a button and it would be fine.
It just really feels like, nobody tried until last week. I'm like, wait, what?
Well, we did promise that. Shit. Can you export one right?
We got to do extra work on top of that?
They said they got in touch with the Epic people and they're like, yeah, but why are you using this Unreal Engine 4 shit? No, fuck that noise. You upgrade your shit to UE5 if you want support. Mm-hmm. Remember when we were all excited about UE4 being open source and that was gonna fucking make it super long-term stable? Yeah, no.
Well, I mean, they came back and they're like, well, you just couldn't imagine. It's not like we could modify the code to UE4. I'm like, yes, you fucking can.
Yeah, you can.
If you had competent people in your team, they could do that. No offense.
The source is very much source available, so yeah, you can.
That's out of the question. Impossible, Pedro.
Listen, listen. There are a lot of software developers who are allergic to doing any sort of actual programming that falls outside their framework. This is a thing I deal with professionally quite a bit. It's a bit of a problem. But let's talk about truckers. Born on a mountain, raised in a cave, trucking and fucking, all I crave.
You gotta change gear, change the server, and manage it your way on Linux, Game server managers, specifically the Linux GSM client, has an update, version 23.2.0. The 2 big ones are American Truck Simulator and Euro Truck Simulator 2. You can now set up your own dedicated servers using Linux GSM, which just makes it makes managing the servers really, really easy. They've removed support for Mumble. So if you were using GSM to set up your Mumble server, keep the old version running because this one doesn't support it anymore. And if you're trying to keep an eye on your logs for everything, they now have added the timestamp prefixes to the logs, so you know where to look. It's very good. That's actually a very solid update.
Yeah, this is handy too because if you're running your own dedicated servers, Steam CMD isn't the most user friendly tool. So having something to manage and make sure that things are kept up to date, it's nice to have. One other thing that this project does that I love to see, I want to have more projects do this, is shout out your new contributors at the bottom of the release notes. It's always good because you gotta promote your new contributors and make sure that their efforts are being recognized. That's how you get more people to come into the project.
I love this project because especially if you're dealing with somebody who has experience setting up old game servers that are poorly fucking documented. Hi, Trek Mania. This can take a lot of the hassle out of it, and this is going to save you the headache of trying to bother or even bothering to learn what the hell a Docker is, because that's usually like solution B I see of like, here, just download my container that I built. I'm like, who the fuck are you? I'm not telling you. Here, download it, run it. This has got support for how many? Like over 100 game servers.
There's a list on their website. It's not entirely obvious, but if you click on the Get Started button, it actually shows you the games that it supports. Mm-hmm. There's quite a few there, and it's very, very good to see. I just wish more games had dedicated servers that people could use.
They're working on it, and I mean, you get monitoring. You're going to get alerts. It's got an updater built into it, along with backup and console access. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, this is a well thought out piece of kit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There you go. Now you can play your truck game.
You can set up a server for you to play trucks with your friends. Yes.
So maybe you can't afford expensive Civilization.
No, you can get the free one.
We have Civilization at home.
We got Civilization at home. Yeah,
we do. You can play it in a browser even. That was from the last release back in 2020. But there's been some new changes since that last release. This is free Civ. They have version 3.0 out now. The big change. Wrong. Oh, chat realm.
It's not the intermission.
Chat realm is not civilized. How dare you? How dare you use them? Yeah. But the big changes are code is now completely GPL v3. Everything has been upgraded to C++ 17, and now the Qt client is the only supported desktop client. There's a couple other fixes and stuff in there that matters if you actually care about the game balance of Free Civ. You can peruse those. The links to this is in our show notes. It's just good to see. This is one of those like open source game stalwarts that have like been around for fucking ever.
Yeah, I don't know if this counts as a screenshot, but you know what? It's better than 99% of the GitHub pages.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean that is kind of what the game looks like. So
it's accurate.
What do we need?
It's like OG Civ. We're not talking about a graphical titan here.
Oh, Ninja, you're getting in everything these days. Oh,
Ninja, please.
Ninja and CMake.
Right? This is one of the reasons I'm doing the OBS thing. I'm like, we do not need to bring Ninja into this working relationship. Trust me on this.
Mesa, Ninja, all the things.
Isn't it like, yeah, it's like CMake with extra steps for why? Somebody needs to sit me down and explain. I was like, what is...
Yeah, I'm sure like it's all the benefits of Ninja are like, if you are the developer, it's great. If you are the end user, this fucking sucks.
I mean, yeah, if you got it tied into like an automated build system, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, that automatically pull everything down, maybe? Yeah.
There's got to be a reason for it, but it sure as hell isn't for building it at home on a single machine. So that's what that's going to be about. This is really neat, Jordan.
Yeah. Scum VM, again, we're talking about like open source stalwarts. Scum VM has been around for fucking ever. And now there's actually online support for it. What? Well, for one game. For one game that actually does have
children. I've done this. Like those are CRTs, LAN parties with CRTs. That was a reality and they sucked. Carrying a CRT monitor around sucked. Don't let anyone try to tell you when this out. It sucked. All right.
20 kilos a monitor. Go on.
Yeah. So backyard sports, which consisted of backyard football, backyard baseball, and backyard and another backyard football. They were games that I believe they actually came with cereal boxes. Like I remember you got them from like Burger King or from like cereal. But there were sports games. Some of them had like actual LAN play. You couldn't actually play them over the internet, but if you had two computers, you could play baseball over each other. Against each other. Backyard Sports Online, though, is a fan-hosted service for playing those games online, and it has matchmaking support, which ScumVM now also supports. You will need a Backyard Sports Online account, but like, and this doesn't necessarily open up the door for like other ScumVM games to have multiplayer support. It needs to be present in the original game to have that, but still, this is like fucking crazy, right? Like, ScumVM multiplayer, online multiplayer is not a thing that like I don't think any of us expected to hear at any point.
Do any of us know anything about, like, what do you know least about rules-wise, baseball or American football?
Ooh, that would be a toss-up.
I think that's a solid tie because I know fuck all about either of them.
I'm trying to figure out which one we should play first.
You would need to grill me on the rules and then like score me at the very end because like I think I have. My guess is that's about like 50-50 with American football and baseball, but it could be more or it could be less. I have no idea.
All right. I'm trying to find like some gameplay, but I can't tell which one is like, because when you do like, apparently Backyard Sports Online is like a thing, man. Like they've been going for a long, long time.
Yeah, the OG game came out in like 2001. So
yeah, like, and it's been on everything too, including like Nintendo stuff. So we're now part. Oh, this is so dope. This is so dope. I want more and more of this because there are so many titles. I want like easy stuff, like easy to do, like ScumVM type thing built into, like even like browser games. Like I would love to have a thing where like multiplayer NES games or Mega Drive games where we could just like all go to a browser with that ROM and like say, hey, connect us, and we could just play. And
one of the cooler Pokemon ROM hacks I saw was like one where you could actually have like another person control the enemy AI.
Mm-hmm.
So like, yeah, you like I'm sure there's like all sorts of crazy shit for like Mario or whatever where you could like,
so dope.
Yeah, or like Duck Hunt where you could like have a remote player control the ducks or whatever.
That was what the player 2 could do locally, so yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Like, Duck Hunt wasn't multiplayer. 2 people couldn't play that.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
You know what? I was late 20s when I learned that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew that at the time because my cousin had Duck Hunt, and if he was playing with the light gun, I was with the controller controlling the ducks. That's how we learned that you could do it.
I think the one that really threw me off, apparently in the original Super Mario Brothers manual, did you guys see that? That you didn't have to start back at the beginning of the game after you died?
No.
There was like you could hold down, like it told you in the manual to hold on like select B or something like that, and it would start you back at the beginning of the last world you were on.
Motherfucker. God damn it. Son of a bitch. Hold on, I gotta go invent time travel. I'll be back.
Oh man, yeah.
Just slap the magazine into your younger self's face. It's like, fucking read that.
No, just do this. What? No, seriously, just fucking try it.
Right.
Just do it.
Just like that scribble on a piece of paper and like see if you can figure this out.
Peace out. All right. Well, coming up next, you gotta kiss your @ symbol goodbye because we're going into the dungeon. Throwing chairs at Rogue.
You're in the dungeon, baby.
You're gonna die.
How about now?
Can you hear us now?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's just amazing how many people get chatty all of a sudden. Like, where you been the past 2 hours, bro? Oh, man. Yeah, I guess this is like, I don't know. I must be like, I'm going to punch a kitten or something tomorrow, man. Karma's cashing in on me. I'm like, what did I do, man? Damn.
All right, before I put the hood on, I'm going to pee. I'll be right back.
All right. Those guys are marching in Spain. It's like that time of year, Easter.
Yeah. That part in Helsing that really confused some people if they didn't know what was going on.
What, the Alabama chapter?
Yeah, right?
Like, but we're going to kill Nazis, all right? Vampire Nazis.
Yeah. You need to chill! The fucking Jews for Jesus in that killed me.
The writing in that is just...
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it took some of the... Not love. I don't even know the right way to describe it. Like, I had more... Not appreciation. I thought it was like just raw comedic chops. Like spitballing this stuff, like just jotting it down like it's gonna be brilliant. And looking behind the curtain and like especially like with the DBZ abridged, like how much like background work and writing went into it.
Yeah. Well, it shows, right? Like, yeah, that's where that quality comes from.
Oh yeah, like it's a lot more rigid and structured than I mean, the end product's still the same. It's still brilliant. It's just not as much like writer's room spitballing.
Yeah, well, what's interesting is they last week they did Yu Yu Hakusho abridged and Lupin the Third abridged, and it's like, yeah, this was back when they were just like doing it off the cuff and like not so much writing it, and you can like tell the difference of like, oh yeah, no, these are actual jokes that have like callbacks and like setup and things are structured and
paying something off years later, right?
Yeah.
But like when you build a lore, you build deep cuts and callbacks and things like that.
The Venture Brothers is so good at that, and I think what they do is, I think the trick is to just kind of like don't like be obsessed with explaining everything right away. Just like throw a name out there, Trucules. Who the fuck is that? I don't know. We'll meet him later, but like for now, let that stew.
Oh man. DK oldies. The only thing I know about DK oldies though is like they are way overpriced.
DK oldies?
Yeah, if you're buying like your retro stuff from DK oldies, like you're paying an absolute premium for that. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's very spendy. I need to plug in the NES and see if it works.
Probably still does. Those old Nintendo consoles are like very rugged.
Yeah, but like even that like front load slot was dodgy as hell when they were brand new.
Yep.
I'd probably want to go back to that, check if any cold solder joints, and I don't even think
I think the issue is they just got like all dusty, right? Like
no, it was the pins.
Yeah. Well,
it wasn't the dust.
No?
I've seen the engineering breakdown of what the cause was of why they didn't work, and it had fuck all to do with blowing on it. Because
you had to reseat. Yeah, you had to reseat them, but like
blowing it wasn't. It was contact, but it wasn't like dust.
Yeah.
They were just not touching.
Right. It just needed to be like physically moved up until
Then they made the top loader, dude.
Yep.
Like, I could have bought so many of those things. Those things were on clearance. Like, they had stacks of them.
Oh, yeah. Blowing on it, like, got your saliva on the contacts, which would corrode them. Yeah.
Yeah, blowing on cartridges is just a feel-good mechanism.
Placebo operation.
Yeah.
It's like clearing your Dalvik cache.
That was like one of the things I loved about the Mega Drive, even the Neo Geo. You just put the game in, got it on at work. You didn't deal with that bullshit. And like that was part of the ritual of playing an NES game. And there was
the OG Famicom was a top loader. Like the slide and load was like a North American thing.
Yeah.
I guess to make it look more like a VCR, I guess.
They changed it to look more like to fit in with the like whatever. They made it needlessly more complex. Mm-hmm. Like let's put a mechanical mechanism.
Gravity assist, like you just.
Yeah, like straight contact. You can't hard to fuck that up. You're like, oh, yeah, that's right. Let's put some extra steps at it. Oh man. If I had wood grain. Yeah, if I had wood grain, man. Jesus, man.
Atari style.
Okay, I want you to go to like In-N-Out Burgers and ask them, tell them to get 2 cheeseburgers Atari style. See what you get.
You get a copy of E.T. with a slice of cheese on it between like some buns.
Cut it in half with an ET DVD and give it to you. Like, here you go.
Oh, yes, Hood.
Yep.
Oh. Goods up. Not a cult. Your weekly reminder, ladies and gentlemen. I guess we'll go me, Pedro, Ven.
Yeah, might as well. You don't get to go first very often, so.
Yep. I don't like to usually because it feels like it's just a lot of me talking at the beginning.
But you can do the segue to yourself.
Yes.
Hashtag not a cult.
Rah, rah, Rasputin, Russia's greatest love machine. There was a cat that really was gone.
I just saw the blueness of it in the Amazon listing. It's like, oh yeah, no, that's the robe I'm gonna get.
Shit, there was one Donna Summer song I would sing and do like very well at like shoot 'em up games just because like for whatever reason that got me in a flow state. But now I can't remember what it is. That was how I got as far as I didn't assault Android Cactus.
What's that?
Yeah.
Sing, I can't remember what the Donna Summer song is, but it was some Donna Summer song that was in my head at the time. That just singing it let me like just hit the flow state that I needed. So we're talking about disco. So
the soundtrack to Wipeout 2097. I used to pop the CD into just the hi-fi system that I had in my room, and just play that while playing other racing games, and it always worked really, really well. It was pretty bumping soundtrack.
Oh, Love is in Control is the name of the Donna Summer song. Okay.
What was it? I listened to. This is why I wanted the rabbit hole button, because I went down a thing like a multi-part segment about the recording of Nirvana's like Nevermind.
Yeah.
And the guy went through all the studio stuff, and it was really fascinating. And YouTube's like, you fucking love Nirvana? I'm like, no. I was watching it about the recording. It wasn't the band. But it showed me a video of Nevermind redone with the Super Nintendo sound font. Sounded like shit. I thought it was going to be like some What Is Love type stuff. Like, yeah. And I was like, no, they were way too... It was clearly not done within the capabilities of The SNES, it was way overdone. It sounded too similar. I guess it's not really chiptune by the time you get to the SNES, is it?
Yeah, I think so. It's still like a, it's not a roll-in chip, is it? The SMP audio chip.
Oh, that's what I did. All right. So these must have all been VLC videos. Okay. I know what I did. I know what I did, you guys. All right.
You figured it out?
Yeah, it's because I compiled this version without VLC. Because I was like, I don't have any VLC video sources. Fucking wrong, Vin.
Turns out.
I thought I'd gotten them all. I didn't. Well, at least we figured that out. Okay, we're going to call this game source and use hardware encoding where available. Let's browse to the game thing and it should be in the downloads folder under game. Because Pedro's really cool and names it game for me. There we go.
Game that I'm 4V.
Jesus Christ, where did all these scrolls come from?
I don't know. I started in rogue difficulty and that happened. So I get all the scrolls.
Just start shitting them out for you. Like, yeah, I don't even need this one. What's this one do? All right. Hang on. So now I need to... Let me see. Oh, you guys just got really quiet. Fuck.
Yes.
I thought shit just froze. I'm like...
No, yeah, you're
Both of you just went into like zone out mode. I'm like, oh shit, did it break?
You're figuring stuff
video
out.
Game.
Yeah, I'm waiting for you to finish fixing your thing.
All right. So that means I need to redo the... Okay, I just got to do some copy and pasting, guys. Don't worry about it. Feel free to talk amongst yourself because I will be busy doing my thing.
Okay. I've been playing Outer Worlds, the Spacer's Choice Edition, just because I find it hilarious how it makes my GPU scream at the top of its lungs. Okay, the game does look pretty. They did add some much better ambient lighting and some visual effects to it, so it does look much prettier. But it is I'm playing on Supernova, and every now and then I just get a little too cocky because the game is fairly easy. So I die. And since the saves are limited and you can't really manually save unless you're in the ship, it's like, oh, how much progress did I lose with that one? 30 minutes. Yeah, I'll come back for it tomorrow. Just no. But it works. It genuinely does work. Very demanding, but it works with the protons.
Where am I trying to go to? No, 4-way take 2. Hey, all right. That was an adventure.
I need a massage.
What kind of message? Morris or?
I need like a
Little
Swedish
Indian?
message. I need someone to like. I need Helga to whisper some Swedish into my ear while she's cracking my spine.
Gonna restart the Raspberry Pi. And I think that'll do it for, hopefully, Fate. The evening of weird shit to go wrong. It didn't like when I restarted OBS. Also, I'm using BitFocus Companion 3.0 Alpha. Hey everybody, how you doing? We're just chilling out. Gotta wait a couple minutes. I'm gonna wait for some things to come up.
What did you upgrade
ahead.
from?
What's that?
Focus Companion? Are you just like following Git or whatever, or you just happen to update it to the?
It's got a updater built into it. And like, there's the stable branch, but I wanted to play around with some of the bindings in the latest OBS version.
Okay.
The OBS module for it, and
Has some like deeper integration.
yeah, it's getting like really cool with some of the stuff it can do. But why are you not seeing the WebSockets? I mean, all right, where's the OBS WebSocket connection reset by peer? Why are you being a butt? Why are you waiting this late? You gonna make me switch you old school? I can do it. It's showing green. Oh, crashed.
Oops.
All right, now let me disconnect it. Okay, I'm connected.
Sorry.
Oh, that was you?
Yeah, I bumped the microphone arm.
Nerd, you could have got away with it. I didn't see who did it. Like, damn it. It's trying.
Any thoughts on the ThinkPad T480S? That's old. T480S.
That is the Intel equivalent of my ThinkPad.
Yeah.
So that's from at least 6-7 years ago now.
Let's see. What
All of the Lenovo's have like one DIMM soldered on and then like the one upgrade slot because fuck you, that's why.
Yeah,
us money.
after the what was it, the 50 series, I think they all started to do that. It was like the 60s, the 70s, and the 80s. Ugh.
Yeah, it's just so that you have to pay them because they realized that like what people were doing was they're just buying the base model because you can buy memory modules and an SSD for cheaper than what Lenovo will sell you it separately.
But you need our Lenovo. No, we don't. No, we're
Yeah.
like that is such a time-honored tradition. We used to have to deal with that shit all the time at Sun with a matched pair SDIMMs. Like finicky as hell, man. Like you had to order it. Like if you wanted your shit to guaranteed to work, you had to order it through one of Sun's resellers, or there was like almost guaranteed that shit wasn't going to work. Until they went to the ATA boards with the ATA hard drives. Then you could fucking use anything. Just pop them in. But laptops aren't like that anymore, man. You put in.
No, they're like hyper integrated now.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. Most of everything is soldered in.
Well, they're still. Things are getting they're getting better. One, DDR5 is it's coming out of the stratosphere price wise. And it's working a little bit better because that's like one of the biggest issues with the new Ryzens. One,
Yeah.
they're DDR5 only. And two, DDR5 has been kind of a shit show.
And the motherboards are stupidly expensive.
But they're getting down. I mean, you can get a budget board for $200 now.
I think so they released one that was actually $125.
It wasn't it missing. It only had
It only had two DIMM slots, and
one by
the
16
by
slot.
16 was PCIe Gen 4 instead of Gen 5.
oh boy.
All right. I think we're good.
But yeah, the T480S is great if you're not planning to do any mobile gaming. And they get one with the 8K series Intels. They're the latter revisions.
All right, gentlemen. Who's going to go in what order?
Me, Pedro, then you.
Okay. Can do. Can do.
Can do. I need you to take 3 points off my golf game. Okay.
Oh man, somebody was like made that comment. Like, I feel like that as somebody in my 30s. I feel like I'm easy because like I've been here 10 years longer than I was expecting to be. This is getting weird.
Things are getting weird.
All right, let's get that recording. Let's make sure that's recording.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. All right. Good. All right. Yeah, I feel like Chief Wiggum is like, well, if we can keep these down, Homer will be sitting pretty. Oh, I forget what they cooked on the car engine. That was a...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think my favorite Chief Wiggum bit was the bit where Marge gets her friend and they like steal a car and there's like the dramatic driving music and it's like and then it cuts to Wiggum. He's like sunshine, lollipops, and rainbow. Homer's in the backseat singing along too. Brighter than a lucky penny. Love that shit.
All right. Crasher, no crash. Chair acquisition. Coming to you in 3, 2.
Man, if I could.
I guess what? We forgot to do that video too.
Oops.
Oops.
We're starting over. We're just going with it.
I don't want to have to cut it in, so let's go ahead and add the media source. Chair.
Are we missing any of the chairs proper or?
No, those are all images.
Okay. Figured I'd double check just in case.
Yeah, no, 100%. Now, where did I put the chair acquisition video? Oh.
Is it bob.mp4 or bob.mp4?
No, the chair acquisition, M4V or MOV? Let's go with MOV. Hey!
Aha! There we go.
All right, so let's get brave and go back to... Let's go to... Oh, that's what's causing... All right, hang on. What are you doing? You're tearing me apart.
Darkness imprisoning me. All that I see. There we go. Hey, hi, Linus.
Are you ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
In 3, 2.
At times like these, I really wish I could like bust out sick guitar solos and just do the intro to Welcome to the Jungle. But instead, you get my really pithy explanation. Welcome to the Chair Acquisition, where we take a game, run it on a bunch of different Linuxes, and then with a bunch of different hardware, and then give it a final score based on lawn chairs. 1 chair means that it's trash. 4 chairs means that it's gold. So much gold, in fact, that we're taking a look at Rogue FP, done by Urax Games. Done on Godot. You could pick it up for about $5. What is it? A blend of old school gameplay and new school controls. Experience a classically styled roguelike in a way you never have before in first person. We got to thank Urax Games for sending us some keys. And I get to go first this time. So, on Fedora 3764-bit with the R9 3900X and the GTX 1080 Ti, launches out of the box. It holds 60 at literally everything because it's fucking Rogue. The soundtrack is 3 pretty pleasant dungeon synth tracks. I wish they would have included some more because the soundscape becomes pretty monotonous after 2 hours and it's just the same do 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 do. It's well written dungeon synth, but again, you just need more of it. The controls are sanely mapped, although I'm gonna call bullshit. There is no HJKL control scheme, you fucking posers. This is how Rogue is meant to be played. By the way, the tutorial, which tells you the controls, is kind of shit because it's presented to you as a book that you have to read, and there's no easy reference for any of the stuff. Graphically, I mean, I've seen more intense GPU output from Vulture's Claw, but, you know, simple is the aesthetic here. That's what they're going for. Not gonna hold that against them. Fun-wise, is it fun? Oh my, yes. I spent a lot of time in class playing Rogue in a terminal instead of actually paying attention to people. You get to bop around the dungeon, collect gold for your high score EP, and try to make it to level 25 and beyond. And as such, I unwittingly sunk about 2 hours into this. Let's be real though. This is not a revolutionary RPG. This is pure nostalgia from the text-based days of yore. It does a pretty good job of capturing the Rogue experience and translating it to a first-person view. Yeah, like getting attacked randomly by a bird in a door. It's a thing that happened if you're watching the video version. It is literally just Rogue. If you have played the text-based game before, this is that, but you move around with laws, then you can click on some stuff. It's not perfect, but it does a good job capturing the essence of it. I really enjoy it. I will say though that the map generation could definitely use some work. Later, the maps just kind of become samey. It's all the same like dark rooms and stuff. You'll get a slightly different tile set, but what you will mostly get is doors with dead ends at the other side of it. Now, there's a search for secret door button, but I feel, it kind of defeats the purpose if, like, you telegraph a little too hard where the secret doors are. If you go through a door and there's a wall and you're like, I wonder what that's about. And, to its credit, though, in some of these tunnels, there are legitimate dead ends, so you're not going to find new paths all the time. But, still, I had fun. I like Rogue. This is like a fun new twist on it. If you are not a big fan of like the classic game, you probably won't like this as much. It might do something for you, but I think if you're a fan of like OG Rogue, like I am, then you'll enjoy this. I'll give this a solid 3 cheers.
Absolutely. And over here on the Ryzen 7 5800X 3D with the RX 6700 XT on Nobara, it launches out of the box. It also launched out of the box on the deck. It defaults to WAS controller mode on the deck, so it requires some reassigning in Steam input to get access to all the keys, but it works. There's a certain problem with the default settings if you're running it with GameScope, like you would be on the deck, because, well, the deck pretty much requires GameScope in order to maintain as much compatibility and ensure that if a game does freeze, you can still escape out of it by putting one of the overlays over it and just killing it. However, once you start this game on the deck, there's a certain area of the screen that you can't put the mouse cursor on, so you have to cleverly navigate your way to the options menu and change from window to full screen mode. Once you do that, or borderless full screen, once you do that, it works fine. Everything is kosher, so, not saying you have to account for the deck, but you should. Just saying. It's first-person Rogue. It looks appropriately retro. The music could use some work, like Jordan already mentioned, but I didn't hate the mysterious, moody themes. Yes, it is, in fact, fun, if you don't mind how simplistic and antiquated Rogue itself is. It does do quite a lot to improve the player experience. It's not just Rogue, but from a different perspective. Although, that is very much the selling point, and I don't mind it, and I hope that is a growing trend in making older games 3D or first person, even if maintaining the retro aesthetic. And if playing Rogue FP really makes me want a first person shooter version of Teleglitch, please, but that's for another time. But yeah, no, Rogue FP does a very good job of bringing an entirely new dimension to Rogue, and one that I very much enjoy. It could do more, absolutely. All games could always do more, but having just little things like having proper sprites for the pickups instead of using the same red liquid filled bottle for all the potions or the full plate for the armors, and then you read the thing, it's like, oh no, it's leather armor instead. But so yeah, that could use some improvement, but
that is
I like
a
what it's going.
though.
Yeah, it is. It always used the same icon to indicate, look, it's an armor, and when you pick it up, you find out what it is. But now that you are doing it in first person and you are introducing that more visual aspect of it, maybe, update the sprites a little bit. But yeah, no, for me, 3 chairs.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, believe it or not, this OpenGL powered behemoth ekes out a solid 60 FPS on my 3060 at consumer UHD 2160p. Very happy to see that. Window and full screen options, as bare bone as this is, are included. Good job. Can't rebind the controls though. And it's a little bit of nonsense for a PC game, period. I've been doing that for a long time. Because map is M. And yes, this was, the DNA of these types of games are like top-down, ASCII-based, whatever. This is 3D. Maps should be tab. Period. There's no question about this. And some thought went into this because your inspect button WASD is your standard movement, your inspect button's Q. So like some of that went into this. So it'd be nice to have the map, be able to pull that overhead map up, because sometimes I find myself using that to navigate instead of 3D. I know, whatever. No autosave either. Learned that the hard way. Good times. Not going to hold that against the game, though. That was on me. Let's talk about fun. I don't really have nostalgia for the 2D crawlers of old, but this seems to capture the simplicity. I've seen them, I've played them, I just never fell in love with them. You run around, you kill shit, you collect prizes, all while hammering on that Q button, man, looking for the secrets. Got to find the doors. They got to be somewhere. I'll tell you where they're at. Pro tip, if you're at the end of one of these long invisible hallways that light up while you're walking down, there it is. Hit Q and you get to keep going. And you get to murderate emus, leprechauns. I mean, it's got that going for it, let's be honest, until you get killed by a hawk or something like that. I played it a lot like I played the original Wolfenstein, like zooming around, like wrecking shit, man, blowing stuff up, ignoring the pickups for the most part, just like looking for the next set of stairs. And it was kind of like, by its default difficulty, what was it, Rogue or whatever the default difficulty was, surprisingly effective method until like floor 10.
Novice,
okay. Then like on floor 10, like I don't know what I ran into, but it was like some type of water monster, and that thing just noped me right out of the gate, because I was like, oh, I'm just going to walk over this thing, boop, boop, dead. And I'm like, oh, okay. And up until that point, like I didn't even bother looking at my health until floor 10, because even like running around like down dark hallways, I just wait till I bump into something, then I'd kill it. And there was really no punishment for that. I had plenty of health the entire time until I got to that one guy who just like nuked me. Yeah, this thing absolutely delivers what it says it's going to do on the tin, though. My only unsolicited suggestion would maybe reduce a little bit of the RNG between enemy types, because sometimes like I'll like one shot an ogre and have to like get in a 10-hit battle with a bird. I'm like, come on, man. Like I get it, and there's arguments for and against all that. If you're into this type of nonsense, or maybe you want to experience that 2D old school goodness in 3D, some like retro 3D, $4.99, you can't really go wrong. It's a solid game, even though I'm not necessarily into the genre. I'll give it a solid 2 shares. Gentlemen, I think we all just kind of liked it, right?
Yeah, like
yeah,
a lot. Like most of the chief complaints you can make about this game are stuff you could levy at Rogue, because like it is a fairly faithful reproduction of it, just in first person.
And you know what? I want to give you like, okay, because it does the pseudo 3D type thing like they did in like Wolfenstein and Doom. And I got to give you extra props for when you kill something, it just falls flat down like a piece of cardboard. I'm like, well done.
There's also rats that come and eat the corpses afterwards that run away.
That's nice.
Yeah. and the rats, the squeaking of the rats is an instrumental. There's a lot of really nice details that were put in. And I'm a big fan of, Rogue and roguelikes and roguelites. So, yeah, no, this is Rogue first person. It does what it says, and it does it fairly well.
You cannot accuse this game of false advertising. Say what you will about it.
And for the price, man, it's $5. Like, why not? Yeah. It's a solid Linux port. I'd like to see rebindable controls, because it is a first-person shooter, and I think that's kind of just expected. But
I want to see the VI mode.
The VI
mode. Yeah. Or even if it's not HJKL, at least IJKL.
Can we get an ASCII render?
For the 3D version, yes.
Yeah. Oh, dude, can we get like 3D tile, like a 3D like @ symbol? Fuck yeah. Oh man, if they have that as an option, 4 chairs, legit. Like if I have to fight like giant letter E's, I'm down. Like, come on. Yeah.
All right.
That's gonna do it. Coming up next, turns out I was wrong. One person cares about Atari games.
Only counts as one. All right.
That still only counts as one.
Man, I will.
Oh, is that what you got out of that? All I got out of that was the lack of punctuation.
Oh no, that was my first thought as like contender for 2023 longest sentence.
Yeah. It took me about 4 or 5 like attempts to actually like ingest what he was trying to say, but like also we'll get into that as well.
Okay. So I need to. Okay, OBS has the flip. I understand like intellectually what's going on. It's because the new module wants to report everything, and I'm ripping things away from it. So BitFocus Companion is like, wait a minute. And it's really getting confused because I've taken away VLC from it, even though VLC is assigned to some of these scenes. So it's rightfully, it rightfully doth protest.
It's like, where the fuck is it? You said it was there.
It's like, this is some bullshit. I'm like, yeah. It's on me, bro.
Just keep looking. Just keep looking in that corner. You'll find it.
All right. There we go. And so I hit play there. We'll see if I can get your shit together, Summer.
Put it in a bag.
Yeah. Go down to the store. I need to actually sit down and figure out what Companion does. Like right when you start it up, there's probably like for the first 2 minutes, and you know it's running a. I didn't check. I guess it's Nginx. I'm sorry.
And Nginx.
Yeah, where it's just like got to figure its own shit out. And it's just non-responsive until it's finished sorting whatever. What are you making, Scott? Is that a pancake?
Looks like a casserole or like some sort of cake.
Some kind of cake.
Yeah.
What's in the other pan? Was that like take one?
Oh, peanut butter with peanut butter. Okay.
Peanut butter squares with peanut butter icing?
Okay.
Oh, so you made like a personal pan for yourself?
Hey, that's how you do.
That's a lot of peanut butter, man.
Delicious.
You buy
That
the
seems-
big bucket of peanut butter, so you gotta use it for something?
Yeah, it seems like after you eat that and you cry yourself to sleep rocking on the floor of your kitchen, that you're probably not going to want peanut butter for a couple of years.
I don't know about that.
Like, I could come back, man. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I got
No,
this.
I'm gonna
That's
be
a lot
real
of calories, though.
I'm gonna be real
you go to
thirsty
sleep
by the
after
end
that?
of it. Yeah. It's gonna make you tired as fuck.
And to burn off all that peanut butter. Oh, man, you should have put, like, peanut brittle shavings in it.
Oh, no. You gotta have, like,
Blades.
Reese's Pieces cups in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. One time I was...
Welcome to the hydraulic press channel.
What? No. Welcome to Peanut Butter Town. Then we're going to put it in a bag.
I've told this story before, but it's still pretty good. I was working on a school project with some people on Skype, and my buddy shows up, and he made pot brownies. And I'm just on the room speaker because, like, I don't give a shit. Mm-hmm. And the guy's like, "Hey, I brought you some brownies." And one of the people I'm working on the project with is like, "Do they have pot in them?" And my buddy's like, "They have M&Ms too."
He's like, "I'm not a complete monster."
It's like I put some effort into this, man. I still just find the defeated, like, put M&Ms in there too.
Six out of 7 slots. I know those feels.
You got that one spacer left, you're like, oh, I gotta stick something in there.
No, I
Firewire
don't.
card, GPU. Is that a TV tuner?
I think that is a TV tuner.
Yeah.
It's a serial modem, serial port, something.
I don't know.
Yeah,
dude.
it's the serial, but there's the
serial-
blank one in the middle that I'm not sure.
And then there's another video card at the bottom.
Oh, that's the empty slot. Okay, the blank is the empty slot. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you lost me at the cereal board, man. I'm like, we're not counting that. That's just there for looks. Unless you get like a COM port on a fucking PCI Express by what? Like, why?
This is Alan though. He's got a bunch of random shit. I can see him needing a serial port.
He lives near Mir.
Yeah, I mean, he has a lot of mirrors recyclables. I can see him needing a COM port for something. Like I don't see him using it a lot, but you
Jordan,
know,
that is not what I have contention with. Is like, do I need one often enough to dedicate
an entire
PCI Express hole as opposed to just a USB plug?
What if that's just the PCI hole? Like, because some motherboards just have like the one PCI slot.
Okay, that's not using the PCI. It uses the COM pin header on the motherboard.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like even back in like the early 2000s, I had a USB serial. I had one of those, and I had a parallel one too for programming EEPROMs. They're easy to make too.
Yeah, we had a lot of serial things just because a lot of the early ARM dev boards just had like COM ports, and just, you set them up over RS-232.
Yeah. Hey, you're working again. Good. I'm not gonna wait. I need to check credits.
Oh yeah, the N Cisco switches if you need those rollover cables. Although now you can just set them up via SSH, and like Ansible has a module for that, so yeah.
Media source credit. I want to thank everybody for hanging out with the live stream this evening as we're debugging this.
Welcome to Linux Gamecast. 555 episodes in. Still
Still
a work in
production.
progress.
Fuck yeah. Video. No, I know where credits are. Credits in DaVinci Render credits. Yep. Restart. Yep. Hardware.
That's a lot of ats in one message mirror.
That's the equivalent of at everyone.
at here, yeah.
Oh yeah, I've disabled all that shit.
Hold on. Let me get my penis out synthal. Then it will be like the LTT hack.
There we go. Yeah, don't waste your time trying to do like. Hey, Mike, you know how we roll, man.
Yeah.
Mike's been around, and I'm sure a lot of you been around for like 2-3 o'clock in the morning. Like, okay, we can record that last segment.
A few cursed few of you remember. We got to record the entire episode again.
You know what? The one that we had to completely record was just me and you. We weren't doing live.
Okay. Okay. All right.
That was before we had that technology.
Okay. It's all a little blurry back then.
I think it only sticks in my head because I was like, "Fuck."
Yeah, you were on the hook for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, you would remember.
I'm like, man, like felt bad. Like, Jordan, this is bullshit. I gotta ask you, bro. What is that? Do you color coding? No, you just keep on crimping until it starts working. Dude, I remember.
So yeah, send and receive. It's the whole straight through crossover. Except now, NICs are smart enough. They do MDI, MDX.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you don't have to fuck with that. I remember the first time somebody showed me how easy it was to make Ethernet cables, and like, I went straight and just ordered my crimper, man. I'm like, done. I'm too lazy to do it these days, though. Because Amazon's like, we got Amazon Basics Ethernet cable.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. You can just like buy them in the
yeah.
next day.
I can buy kilometers of that stuff cheaper than I can make one these days.
Well, and also it's like the time spent making it is like, you know, if like the minimum wage hour I spent like doing this is the same cost it was to just go to Amazon and click buy. That's generally how I do my my like time to money equivalence is just minimum wage.
You gotta math that out. And I mean, then again, like, there's very, like, if you enjoyed doing some of that shit, like, yeah.
Yeah, there's a difference between doing it because you have to, and doing it because you want to, right?
Like hands-on, or like maybe you need a custom length or, you know, some shit like that. Yeah. Like, I don't fuck around. Everything in here is fiber. I don't give a shit, man.
Oh, damn, Patrick. Way to be ableist. Gotta leave Katana alone. He doesn't need to do wiring.
Cat 5 and the best. Yeah, all the Amazon Basics cables are black.
No, I think he means the black wire, which is just, I'm assuming, the other white wire.
Oh, long as they match on both ends correctly, it doesn't matter what color they are, man.
Yeah, Nicks are smart enough now to figure it out. There's like, oh, here's some fucking pins.
Well, I mean, yeah, like all the wires the same resistance, man. You give me a Volton meter and like you can make them all tangerine and I'll figure it out. Hell, I mean, just give me a continuity meter and give me a light bulb and some wire, a power source. Yeah,
give me an outlet and a fork and I'll figure it out.
Does it make with the sparks?
Listen, man, that's why you draw the bunny rabbits on the power receptacles on the walls. Yeah, the fact that we're still dealing with like 2.5 gig, and you're not doing 10 gig on copper for any distance, like, trust me.
Again, it's bizarre that this fucking thing is like dual 2.5 gigabit.
Right.
Yeah. I need to get a little shelf and set up the home lab finally. I have enough little ARM computers now that like...
Oh yeah, build a little rack.
Like, yeah, it's like I gotta do something.
That'd be dope. See, reasons like this is why I just keep putting off getting like a good modern 3D printer, because I'd like do an entire rack, 19-inch rack enclosure just for the Raspberry Pi.
It's just got to be like the fucking X bracket, so it just like leaves the little motherboard hovering in the middle of the rack.
And it, you know, you're like, oh, that wouldn't be too bad, you know,
yeah,
like 1U, and I'm like, no, it'll be a 4U unit.
Yeah, it is the Amazon. It's the equivalent of like the giant Amazon box filled with like the air pouches and like the one SD card.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just the rack mounted equivalent of it. Like, isn't that excessive? Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. My favorite thing in the rack is the router we're using, the router board 4011, because it's like this little tiny thing on the rack here. But then again, it's so comically overpowered for what we're using it for, which is like the double. Yeah, custom cable.
Speaking of this fucking thing,
yeah,
I have been keeping an eye out on the Armbium wiki, and because like the stock image works on this, but like I don't necessarily trust Friendly Elect to keep this updated like forever.
Mm-hmm.
And I was looking at like what it's going to take to get other operating systems booted on here. You need like the device tree blobs and stuff, and no one seems to have them for this particular rock chip except for Friendly Elect so far. So I'm waiting on like when that becomes like publicly available.
Yeah. Pine 64. They were big fans of the rock chips, so maybe keep an eye on what they're doing too.
Oh yeah, no. Like I was looking through like all of the like supported rock chip stuff in like the Armbian and the Fedora one, and like this is like the 5588, and they have up to like the 5388 in there. So yeah,
it's like everything's rock chip these days. Like, you know, Raspberry Pi's busy printing boards for enterprise and shit like that. Like the rock chip is like that's the new ARM CPU of choice. That's what shit's getting developed for these days.
Yep. The problem is though, there's like enough like SoC specific shit that like, oh, I can't just boot this one image on this, or not even the image, it's just the kernel. Like that's like that the kernel and the firmware interface.
Mm-hmm. That is one of the things about like the rock chips have been around for a while, and there's a lot of variants of it too, right?
Yeah. And this one doesn't use UEFI, which is a little annoying because like UEFI works on ARM and like shit will just boot, which is nice because it's like
it would be very nice if more ARM devices had proper UEFIs. Yeah.
Yeah, because then you can just like treat it like a regular ass fucking computer, and yeah. Yeah, the issue with this is like you can run whatever rootfs you want, but you're stuck with whatever kernel the Friendly Elect people provide, and that's like 5.10 something. So it's not like super old, but still.
That's recent-ish.
Yeah, it's what's ships with Debian 11. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds right.
It was the LTS at the time, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Do I have 11 a box light? Yeah, no, I think everybody's on testing now.
This laptop in front of me is on 11, and that's still on 510 long-term support.
510.
So, yeah.
Long-term support.
Yeah.
LTS kernel.
Yeah, it's the LTS kernel.
Debian doesn't have an LTS.
No, the kernel.
No,
like
kernel.
The Linux kernel itself.
Oh,
does.
the kernel itself.
Yeah.
What's that, 510? I thought it was 513.
I mean, they move it forward, but I think like at the time,
Kernel.org.
LTS releases.
Long-term 515 and 510.
Okay. Would have been 515, I was thinking of.
Yeah, because we were talking about that because 516 has all the USB audio fixes.
Mm-hmm. What am I? I'm stuck on what is it? New name A. I'm on 6 flat.
I'm on 6.2 something.
629, I think.
I'm on 6 flat on this one. These guys, everybody else is running whatever the latest in testing.
Oh no, this is this box is on 6.1. Okay, never mind.
That too is an LTS.
You name a 610 RT on everything else in here.
Yeah. Generally, it's like if there's a new enough NVIDIA driver that I'm like, is there a major kernel release that coincides with this? All right, let's build the new kernel and get it all done in one go.
Yeah, the thing I'm held up on right now is
yeah, you have drivers, right?
Yeah, is the Blackmagic drivers are like I can make it work with like 6.1, but I got to patch them manually with unofficial shit, and I'm like, no, we're just gonna, you know what? Not broke, don't fix. Yeah, want to tinker, want to fuck around, but not broke, don't fix. It sucks.
It's that finding out stage that's pretty rough.
It's testing and just doing the shakedown like we've been doing tonight. Like, I've learned some shit about like what not to do.
Oh yeah, the C6 state. That one's nasty. That's fixed though. If you don't need to do that anymore.
Yeah, I never had a problem with my Ryzen 7 1700. We used
My
that thing for
1600
years.
had that. I had to run the thing to disable C6, otherwise it would freeze if I left it idle for like 30 minutes.
The 2700U in that laptop got hit with that too.
Oh.
I'd imagine it's like even worse. It's actually a lot worse on mobile because it just like freezes like anytime it goes into a power save state, which for a laptop
on a laptop where you want to save battery. Yeah,
in the second that you're not
most of the time.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was a known issue with the first couple of versions of Ryzen. But yeah, the 3000 series, the 3700X did not have that. The 5800X does not have that, so
yeah,
that's been sorted.
3800X doesn't have it. And the 5600G doesn't have it. Those are the two Ryzen shits I've recently installed, so that's what I know. That's what I can speak to.
I can't wait to find out all the weird psychotic bullshit I'm going to have to deal with Epic.
I look forward to like you just getting hit by, oh yeah, this game doesn't like when you have more than X number of CPUs in the system.
I already have that game. I have the Strider.
The new Strider, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't launch, and I'm like, what the absolute fuck's going on? And I'm like, no, you got to disable cores in order to get the damn thing to run.
Yeah,
disable NUMA Node 2 and run it on 1.
Spider-Man had that as well. I remember that was the thing that got fixed recently.
The Epic is weird because Epic is a system on chip. There's no chipset on the motherboard for Epic.
It's just all on die.
Yeah.
Considering the size of the CPU. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's a bit of a chonker, isn't it?
Well, compared to the new one, fucking, have you seen like the new Epics?
Yeah. I saw the comparison picture of like the old Intel Xeons, the chunks, and the new the new slud's like, oh, that's a little bit bigger. You
drop that fucker on your toe, it'll hurt, man. Yeah. Oh man, yeah, I look forward to the bullshitting. At least it'll make some fun videos. I still got my 1700s up in a box, and like it's just chilling out. I don't know what to do with it. I have use for it. I mean, I guess it's like emergency backup to backup, but
the 3700X is currently in a box because Nori's the motherboard in Nori's PC does not like that 3700X. Windows just blue screens like crazy.
It is the B450, B550 flashing chip.
Fair. Good point.
I wish I had one of those handy. I have to like disassemble my entire PC if I gotta.
Thank you,
29
Katana.
months on 29. Twitch. Thank you very much, Katana.
Yeah. He was studying the blade.
Let's go ahead and see if we can put a bow at it.
Let's go to a hotel.
Oh, Mir, about your link, like the first one with the 5600X and the Prime B450, that one's actually a pretty good deal. The 3600 with the B450M, also alright. It's significantly cheaper if you're like strapped for cash. That's very good. And the motherboard seems to have 4 DDR slots, so that's, yeah. Yeah, those would be the ones that I would pick. The others are a little too hot.
Don't worry, it's Mir. He's not going to buy anything.
Oh, no, he'll find it, though.
Yeah, if the 7600X combo had 2 DDR sticks, that'd be good, but it seems to be 1 stick of 16 gig.
Yeah, I want octo-channel memory, though, Pedro. I'm stuck with this quad-channel bullshit.
Look, I have a Chinesium motherboard with quad-channel with 1 slot per channel, okay?
I'm just glad AMD got quad-channel. We were stuck with dual forever.
You got quad-channel?
Do we? No,
I don't think so, buddy.
Is it still dual-channel?
On the Threadrippers.
Threadrippers have quad.
Okay. Then shit.
Even the new AMD Ryzen 9 shit's still dual channel.
They're all dual channel?
Yeah, they fucking cheaped out on that.
I mean, you can use ECC RAM.
Well, you know, that's nice, at least.
That's another bullshit thing. Never mind. Let's just do this.
and that's fixable by a BIOS update. Just like, yeah, we're just going to let this memory.
Yeah, okay, now the memory has to be ECC, and it will actually
AMD's kind of weird with that. Like with Threadripper, they're like, listen, we don't support EEC, but we're not going to prevent you from fucking around and finding it out. Right. Like, I mean, we're not going to stop it from working like Intel. We're not going to actively put blocks into place. But on Epic, they're like, RDIMMs, bitches. That's it. That's all you get to put in here. But RDIMMs. Then you find out.
Katana, the B550 has a PCIe by 4 X16 slot. The B450 has a Gen 3.
I have no idea. I just bought 2 B-series motherboards from MSI with the current, not brand
honestly,
new gen.
For me, the main differentiator is price.
Yeah.
Yeah.
if you're going for like B-series motherboards, like, get the one that's available and cheapest.
Yeah, the B550s, if you're going for like the low end for AMD's graphics cards on the account of the limited PCIe lanes, you kind of want the Gen 4 slot. Otherwise,
it's you double dick dude, the power cable.
You know what? This thing's a fucking beast, yo.
Is it?
Oh, like I wouldn't put it up here. Like I thought this was going to be like some sketchy thing.
Okay.
And I just needed it, and I'm like, I'll deal with it because it's like got little 5-volt things plugged. That thing you could choke a unicorn out with.
All right,
that thing is
robust.
out. Like,
all right, fair enough.
like I bought another one. Just like, wow. Motherboards that I can speak to that are current. This B550 MSI Pro Series is a good one. $139.
That's a good price too.
That is what's in Jackbox right now. That works. And where's the little fucky one? This one? The B3? Wait, which one? No, here's the little fucky one.
The $119 one?
Yeah, this is the one that is in your box.
Yep.
This is the little tiny fucko thing, which is not a bad board. If you want micro ATX, but yeah, it's only got that in the 2x1s. So you're kind of limited, but
like again, if you're sticking it in a tiny case,
it's micro ATX, yeah.
Yeah, you're not working with much clearance, anyways.
This board's pretty fucking dope. But as we talked about in the pre-show, I found out if you put a NVMe drive in the second slot, it disables the second by 16 slot.
So it's Sophie's choice.
Yeah, right. So you can have, the NVMe in the first slot and you're fine, and you get the by 16, then you get the by 8. But if you put a drive in the second one, you lose that, but both of the by 1s still work. So yeah, that's Jackbox, and it works fine. Works straight, and it's cheap too. $139. I got it used, so $109. Good to go.
I had the previous motherboard. I had the B350 Prime from Asus. If you put anything in the NVMe slot, it would disable the last two SATA ports. You had
that's a fair trade.
Yeah,
like,
it had 6 SATA ports.
Okay, I was about to ask. So like, did it have 2 SATA ports on it?
Yeah.
That's an anemic number of SATA ports. When they skimp on those, you're like, really? Really?
You know what? I would rather them cut the lanes from that and give them to me. Like even now, like I'm not buying a motherboard that has less than 3 NVMe slots in it that I can use, because like I got 3 NVMe drives that I got to use.
2 is my
It was
number,
really popular at the time. That B350 board, it was like really cheap, and like RAM wise, it was very, very compatible. So a lot of people got it.
We had a good couple of years for like real cheap gaming PCs.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Then we got payback.
Yeah.
Then we got COVID.
All right, let's do this hate mail before anything else.
Yeah.
Implodes.
Get it done. Get it done.
I'm just feeling fate like tempting. It was like, keep going. Have another conversation.
Yeah, just keep spinning the chamber of the revolver, right? Like that ball won't come up when it's your turn to pull the trigger.
All right, let's make sure that is recording. Okay, that is recording. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's put a bow on it. Hate mail segment coming in lukewarm. In 3, 2.
I prefer room temperature myself, but hey, it's the end of the show. Yes, you made it. Kudos to you. If you skipped this particular timestamp, what are you doing? Were you the person who sent us this bit of hate mail? Because if you are, well, we're going to have words. If you'd like to follow the same, follow the example, maybe, include some more punctuation-y bits, but we'll get to that. Go to LinuxGameCast.com, hit the contact button. There's a form at the bottom of the page that you got to fill. There's some caveats at the top. You should absolutely read them. If you don't, well, that's on you.
Whammy wham wham wazzle.
Do you really want to taste it?
Yes, I want to taste the slurm.
Possibly, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to say our first entry in the 2023 longest sentence has been delivered by Sean. Because we were talking about Ataris, and it's like, man, people don't want these old Atari games coming back. And Sean's like, shh, please. I'm not reading all that. Anybody want to summarize? Take a shot at this?
Sure, because this was addressed at my comment. So,
Like this thing doesn't even fit.
yeah, the gist is, he's a big fan of the hardware. He likes playing around with his VCS. He does care about the old Atari games, although he doesn't mention which ones or if any, or like whatever personal attachment he has to them. And yeah, he's basically saying like he likes his VCS. He doesn't care if there's like a lot of games or the few games. And that's just him. And you know, Sean's well within his rights. But again, I feel like,
Well, hang on. He talks about popularity though, right?
yeah. He doesn't care
popularity.
that he hates popularity. He doesn't care that these old games aren't popular, which I think kind of is in support of my point. Like enjoy them if you like Breakout or like Adventure or Pong or like Custer's Revenge or like whatever, like more power to you, right? Like that's your jam. I'm just saying that like I guess my point was more the public nostalgia for stuff like Asteroids or Snake or whatever on an Atari like console is pretty low. Like I don't think that's like a controversial take. But like, no. I guess Sean disagrees with me. Sean is one of these fans. You.
I just like to read a little excerpt of just the end. The Atari VCS is my favorite hardware. I love everything Atari is doing. In my honest difference in popular opinion, that's just me.
0 punctuation.
Yeah, no, there's no punctuation. the whole thing has no punctuation.
There are quotation marks.
There's quotation marks and apostrophes. Yeah,
that counts as punctuation. Like, yeah, but again, I don't think like this is like a particularly spicy take. Like, Asteroids is a perfectly fine game and all, but like there are better shoot 'em ups that have come out since then that people like better, and people.
I think it's safe to say like
more.
Gaming as a whole has evolved, man. Like I said, you can't manufacture nostalgia, but fuck all of whoever owns. Like Atari's gone though. This is the whole thing. Like that's not Atari you're playing. Your VCS is not Atari. It is a shell company that owns the intellectual property.
Infograin,
making the corpse dance.
So what? So here's my solve for that. Chuck E. Cheese should just buy out new Atari and just bring it back into the fold, because you know that was what's his name's original company, right?
You lost me.
The Atari guy, like there's a who?
Bushnell.
Bushnell, yeah. Nolan Bushnell, right? That's the guy.
Sure.
But like he was working for Chuck E. Cheese. Like there is a connection between Atari and Chuck E. Cheese.
There I was in my mouse suit.
Yeah,
or bear suit.
You need 2 DVDs and a floppy disk.
We've watched that.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like, yeah, it's good, but I haven't seen. I think our biggest contention was like my biggest thing was like they're trying to mine the nostalgia of like re-releasing like $100 VCS cartridge games and stuff like that. And like the VCS was neat. We were all interested in it right up until the minute like Valve's like, "Yo, we're doing a Steam Deck." We're like, "But you what?" Steam Deck.
Yeah. Oh, as it turns out, this teeny tiny little handheld, which a lot of people
teeny tiny little handheld, he says,
as he struggles to raise it.
Yeah, right.
I just wanted to get it in shot without bumping the microphone. That was my concern.
Well, it's so small, Pedro, but what do you have to worry about?
It's not as big as my face.
It's big, but you know what? That fucker is ergonomic. I will say, like, for extended playtimes, just don't. My one gripe is the touchpads. They suck for a long playtime.
Mm-hmm.
When I was playing Torment Tides of Numenera, they had an interesting use for them. They used them as like a radial wheel for dialogue options, which I thought was neat.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
and the typing on the Steam keyboard, using the 2 touchpads for typing is really intuitive and very well done. Good job, Valve.
So, that was one thing that like the big picture mode like OG got like right.
Yeah.
What was the first Atari game that you played?
Asteroids, actually.
Okay.
It was like a modernized version of Asteroids. It came from a Scholastic book fair, and it had like multiple ships. You could have like different ships that you could unlock, and like some moved faster, and some had like different shot patterns and stuff. Yeah.
See, for me, I'm old enough. When I say Atari game, I'm thinking 2600 on hardware, which even as
the Philips video pack for me, but same hardware.
single digit age child, I remember we were at somebody's house doing something, and they had the NES hasn't come out, and I think this was after like the fall of Atari, but they still existed everywhere. And somebody was playing Pac-Man on their console, and like I went and like sit down and I'm like, wow, this is dog shit. Because I played Pac-Man at the arcade, and have you seen? Because I watched a video of that not too long ago. It was like, it was like universally panned even back then, like that. So that was I think the first one I ever played.
I don't think I've ever actually laid hands on an OG Atari.
That's probably
not with the Atari brand. The Philips
I played
video
E.T. on an original Atari as a kid, and it made no fucking sense to us then.
You gotta dive into pits, man, and like rescue ET.
We tried to figure it out. Like it was a hand-me-down. People were throwing them away. I played Pitfall. Pitfall was probably the best one. Like that resembled the game. This is like NES time. But anyway, I got it, and we were playing like I think it might have been his dad's or something like that. And that was okay. Did we play anything else? I think that was it. It seems like it wasn't a 2600. Somebody had one that was better than a 2600 because it was like Double the Dragon
5800 or whatever.
And I remember I was like, wait, I thought Double Dragon was only on NES. Then I played it and it was like, this is dog shit compared to the NES version. Oh man. Yeah, like arcade games, Millipede and all that stuff. River Raid.
Space Invaders.
Space Invaders.
Yeah, proper Space Invaders. Although I played Super Space Invaders on the Master System a lot more.
Okay.
Because it was really nice.
Wow. That's
all stuff you can just play on archive.org and not have to give Atari
on your Raspberry Pi or on your browser,
in your on your phone that you have next to you right now. It can run all the Atari games at once simultaneously and still have memory and CPU to spare.
Not to say, bro.
Not in the browser though. Yeah. The browser's just going to suck up all of the RAM.
Yeah, I mean that's just mobile Chrome for you though.
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for hanging out with us. You've been watching some of the brave Penguin Nuts during the live stream. We made it. We're gonna try to put the SS Nightmare train back into the station. I don't know where our train flies, but it does. So, ladies and gentlemen,
it's like that train from Back to the Future, except like less.
Yeah, it catches on fire and falls off the tracks. Yeah, that one.
Something like that.
100%. On that bombshell, man. Let's cue the music. Get out of here while we can. If you want to get in touch with me, easy to do that. I'm in our Discord 24/7, just at Vin over there, NIRC, in Twitch. All of our stuff's bridged together in the live channel. I'll definitely see it. Holler at me on Twitter, at Vinstone. Still kicking around there. And if you are on Mastodon, I'm just at Vin at mast.linuxgamecast.com. All that fun stuff.
I'm Jordan, your favorite hollowed out animatronic. Animatronic. If you drink the animatronic, you won't become animatronic, let me tell you. You can hear me sing my creepy, hollowed out animatronic song at The Burning Fool on Twitter or at Frojo at mass.linuxgamecast.com on Mastodon.
Don't fist robots.
Do it.
If you'd like to play Fallout New Vegas and get into that particular quest, you can let me know what you had Fisto do to you at Unaccounted For on Twitter. I mean, I know I have some stories. Not really.
Let's hit the credit button and see what happens.
Kit Fisto, Jedi Master.
Wrong button. There we go.
We'll get it eventually. It's the old personitis. Well, speaking of Kit Fisto, we got to bring up our Star Wars credits. We got to thank our advisors, Omegas. We got Artheron. We got our executive producers, Barb Ramp, Scott Michaud, Atomic Ass, Mike G, drummer, Kohaku Pebble, Tomasz Hakim, David. We got our Chicago Kickass tier, Super Destote, Empty, and Glorious Eggroll, and Blas, and our Sea Monsters. Gesundheit. Renault LePage, Ryder Ex Machina.
Veritanuda, Justin Nubbin, Darkwing, System T, Dunsing, Joe, Ogi1, Kyrillo, and Fute.
Death Notes, Noah K, Basil, Chad, Romero, Marcin, Renee, Leonardo, Dak, Kim, Smashley, Chris, Stephen, Joe, Benjamin, Doom, Tube, Wad, Steven, Dirty Dean, Back, Gamatron, Dodger, Xanthorus Gaming, Row, Turnover, Infox, Dogs, Fine, Oil of Hope, Jalad, Alex, and Aromatic Deville.
We got the Chairlings, Schmesselism,
North Ranger,
Chrissy,
AJ,
Lord Maka, Douglas, Ramzawada, Thomas T,
Linux
Stevie, Zeno and his Paradox,
Crest,
Monica, Biatko, D-Spec,
Alex.
and Replay Gaming PT.
No one to thank all of our fine
Ducky.
upstanding cannibals. Carl, Mike, Arthur, and Linux New, Aldius, Noctilus, John, Eshef, Game_Mo_Tron, Unoid, DSN Joe, and Aromatic Deve.
So smelly.
There's only so many ways to mispronounce that.
Yes. But
Ladies
we'll
and
explore all of them. Tune in next week for more.
Thanks for rocking with us, and we'll see you next week. Dynafire. Hey!
We made it. We lived. We lived, bitch.
That's the appropriate thing. He was like, fuck you! Pull through! I'm not gonna do that. I won't where lightning exists, man. I'm not fucking around with that. This is... Alright, let's make sure that copied. Yep, 39 gig, 43 gig, 109 gig, and one... Well, that didn't make it, little buddy. So we can do some surgery on that. The network controller isn't the exact same place. What? Where were you typing
Are
in?
the traces on the actual card a little bit off? Or did it just assign it a new bus number? Because you plugged in a bunch of different cards.
I don't know, man. Like, people making shit unnecessarily complicated senses are tingling right now.
I mean, do you have to tickle Poseidon's taint if you're not tickling Zeus's nuts?
Oh, that should be easy to fix. You can just, if you're using Network Manager, you can just set the device to use the new one.
Yeah, or just get the UID or the MAC address of the card and then use that instead of the name.
Yep. That's how I bind dynamic IP addresses.
MAC addresses, they help.
Do you do DHCP host reservations?
I just I right click in the GUI and I'm like, make that bitch static.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's a DHCP host reservation.
And I realized that it was not in the MAC address when I was setting up the Android device yesterday, or when I got home today. No, it was last night. Because it was doing, for security reasons, it was spoofing and rolling the spoofed MAC address. And I couldn't get it to hook into the IP address. And I'm like, what the fuck's going on? I'm like, oh, that's what it is. Then it clicked back in and obeyed all my QoS. Well, that sounds like a personal problem, Strader. Cool kids are using MAC addresses.
The MAC addresses?
I don't use layer 2. I use Morse code.
Beep, 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 beep. Where are we going? 4-way.
Stop pointing at my junk, Jordan.
Nope.
No!
Too late.
Look! Everyone look at his junk! It's right there!
It's nothing but junk
Too hot for
tonight.
Twitch.
Everyone's staring at that weird bulge in your pants that you're self-conscious
Right
about.
next to the normal one.
Which one? Yeah.
Yeah. No, the one in your pants crotch where it just goes...
The one that's singing, Pedro.
I didn't think the microphone was picking up on that. All right.
That's why you got that boom mic pointed at your crotch, bro.
That's why it's called the boom mic.
Boom.
I still like that you can set up emojis as host file entries so you can have local ghost.
Oh, yeah.
It's still weird whenever I do something, someone has a really fancy make file, and it starts just putting emoji in the terminals. Like, what are you doing? No.
Yeah, some people are a little extra. They're just like, oh, happy face or sad face. It's like, I really didn't need the sad face. I would have just taken the error, but thank you, I guess.
Well, it's better than seeing a fucking emoji bomb go flying by. Like, fuck, what was that?
I mean, if you're gonna, to be fair, if you're gonna make your errors entertaining, you could be like, just like your stack trace just begins with poop emojis. Like, okay, yeah, we've shit the bed. Here's the stack trace. I mean, do we want to make Pedro's junk more alluring? Should we refer to it as his bouquet, as his blessing?
I'm not typing in Pedro's alluring junk into Google, man. Forget it. I'm going to type that shit right into Stable Diffusion and see what will come up. Talk about like misplaced memory. I don't know if I ever did or I always planned on buying that welcome mat from ThinkGeek. I may or may not have bought that and owned it at one point. The no place like 127001. Yeah.
I had to explain to a developer what that thing was.
What thing?
127.0.0.
Local?
Yes, he was like actually unclear on how a loopback device exists and is used.
Okay.
As somebody who fucking despises and loathes and does everything to avoid anything resembling networking, I understand those wheels.
Yeah.
But fuck, even I know about 24. Man, 24/7, that's overrated. 25.
I mean, you can do a 25 subnet.
Oh, you fucking can. Like
Yes.
I had the
I can't do the math right now to tell you exactly where that starts, but you can, yes.
I had to break out the fucking calculator when I had the dual mix and everything.
255, 192. That's the net mask. I remember binary math. I had to do it like 3 times a week, every week. I had to do a subnetting quiz. So I'm glad some of it just fucking got drilled in my brain.
We're going to kick over to after shows for a little bit. So if you're listening to us and you'd like to continue or want to participate, that's where we'll be.
Yep. All of them are loopback.
We're all loopbacks down here.
I have seen some sophisticated usage of the 127 address space. Like, damn. But why?
All right, they can hear us now. I don't know. What do you guys want to do? We got to do something kind of quick. It's already
Midnight 30 almost.
Yeah.
What was those gravity beans? I'd been meaning to ask.
Fall Guys.
Oh, right. Yeah, gravity beans. All right.
Apparently they're called beans.
That probably requires a little bit more dedicated time. Tanks is fast. Everything else I can think of requires setup. Yeah.
Alan, do you want to play tanks?
Sure.
All right.
We could do Strange Brigade, I guess. I don't know. I have that installed.
We can do tanks. That's easy enough.
Yeah. Managed to get the upgrade finished just in time for the after shows, and
Nice.
Oh no, we're just gonna get extra stomped.
Stomped even faster.
I got to give both Jordan and Pedro credit for fucking holding poses this afternoon without saying anything. That is the second time that I looked up and shit, is it from?
I'm practicing for my side gig as one of those like living statues.
Dude. Too
I was
real.
just looking for the tanks, and once again I was looking in T. It's like, where's it? Oh, right, shell shock.
Right.
Yeah, I forget the name every time. It's not a very memorable game. I'm sorry.
You see, that's
It
my
is a
hack,
very
man.
memorable game, just not a very memorable name.
It's
SSL?
name like GNAME.
Graham. Okay. I'm going to create a game. Jordan's on it.
That one was just good timing.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll wait on your thing, but like this time it's like there it is. I have upgrades available.
Yeah.
Oh, was it
Level up
no,
my tank.
no more Unity screen of nope?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We got
yeah.
headlights and shit now.
It's a new version.
Don't want to set my resolution, damn it.
New game. Who dis?
Now you have to set it in game.
It remembers your resolution now, so yeah, you can just set it in game.
How very high budget game of you.
It's fancy, man.
Oh, that's right. I have it set to 1280 by 1024.
Okay, I have it set to 1280 by 800, but it's still taking up my whole window.
Nice.
Okay, whatever. I can resize it myself.
Yeah, that is a
programming,
little
guys.
annoying about like going from deck to PC and back. Is like
Yeah.
whose settings is it gonna remember?
Yep.
I
let me-
mean,
I'm
going
gonna
from
go grab
PC to
something to
deck.
drink, and I'll be back. And we're gonna blow each other to smithereens.
Yeah.
Smithereens. What's the origin of smithereens?
Bernzines? I don't know. Smithereens.
Benzenes.
Smithereens etymology.
Smithers.
Smithereens is an American rock band? No. Word history. Perhaps from the Irish Smitherini. I don't know if that's even how it's pronounced because it's Gaelic, so that could just be like Cuborg. Smithereens. Small broken pieces. Usually used in phrases like fragments, bits. Yeah.
Hi, I'd like to tell you about the origin of smithereens. I was born on a small farm back in a fucking like cooking recipe.
Right. Yeah, no, apparently it's just like it's like an Irish word for it's like smidar, like broken piece or fragment.
All right, that sounds like I believe that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good
this
enough.
This is according to Wiktionary, so
Idia.
yeah,
Oops.
that's Wikipedia, Wiktionary, That's Wikimedia.
Wiktionary.
Right, I guess it is Wiktionary. I added an extra I. Wiktionary.
Made your job harder for no reason there.
You know, I just don't care. When have we been about pronouncing things correctly on this fucking show? Come on,
You're talking to the person who gets the most pronunciations wrong.
I don't know, man. You and Ben are pretty close sometimes. He takes some swings.
I usually try to follow, the rules. It's like, no, that doesn't sound right.
Yeah. I don't know. I also just like playing with word pronunciation because it's fun.
Especially when people try to be clever with naming their open source project. It's like, oh, okay, let's see.
See, I tried that and I just named mine after a slur for gay people. So, like, I don't know.
To be fair, no one realized it at the time either. It's only much later.
Fucking Dimitri. He kept like, I fucking told you. No, you didn't. And if you did, you didn't make a big enough stink about it. Calling you out, Dimitri. I don't even know if you're watching this. Probably not. He fucking hates... that dude fucking hates me because I ruined his Star Wars campaign. I didn't even do it on purpose. I just rolled really bad on like a really critical thing that just like completely derailed the campaign. It's like, oh, and then we all went to jail. I'm like, sorry. I thought we could do it. I rolled my good stat and I just rolled ass. Sorry, Dimitri. You're still fucking wrong about the other thing, though.
So, mildly surprised that USB power backfeeding is still a thing.
As in, like, thing B is supposed to charge thing A.
Powered USB hub sending power back through the USB port back into the computer.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's probably a really cheap powered USB hub.
Probably.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I could like try to get into the thing and disconnect the positive power lead in the thing to stop it from doing that.
Bruh. Strider making pancakes?
I think he's making tacos.
Taco pancakes?
Oh no, he's making carrot cake.
Carrot pancakes, okay.
Oh, carrot cake? Are those carrots? Okay.
You have no real Super Saiyan. Caca carrot cake.
So
Oh, yeah,
he's
no, those
starting
are
on
carrot
that
greens.
Now. Interesting. Yeah, he's coming up here for Easter tomorrow.
Why is he making winky blushy faces at me? I just noticed that.
What?
I don't know. I'm not technically scrolling up because the window is just large and I just looked up, but don't want a cop to breaking our stupid rule.
Look, that rule was only implemented so that people could double post as much as they want without feeling guilty.
Oh, dog tag.
Yeah.
And that way everyone can
just
point out
learned
that
about the
everyone's
podcast.
being really good about following the rule and just double posting as much as they want. Positive reinforcement.
Alright, team battle. Let's go.
Battle.
I think you need to change it to 6. Get already up again, bro. Hit.
Mhm.
It's not me this time. Fuck all y'all.
All right, where am I? Okay.
Oh,
Team.
Let's scooch
Pedro.
up the hill a little bit.
Yeah, you do that.
Yeah, sure.
this will be interesting.
Alright. Wreck noobs. Pedro on the hill. Boom, yeah.
Damn it! I thought I'd be safe halfway up the hill.
I want you to scoot more right in that perfect angle for me to...
Let's see. See if we can cause... Oh, looks like I'm stuck here. That's too steep.
I think I overshot this. Oh well.
Bounds?
Ow.
No.
Maybe not. No. No.
Aha.
Oh, yeah!
Uh-oh.
And more ow.
Ooh.
All right, that worked out. All according to Cake.
Keikaku.
Aku.
Translator's note.
Caca carrot cake.
Cake means keikaku. Translator's note. Keikaku means. Did that moon just like evaporate?
Was that a
Spock.
smoke bomb? What?
Hey, money.
Um,
Wouldn't that be the dumbest way? You can't see me. Bring it.
Ow.
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 No.
What? Come on. Really? Really? You fucking splody piece of shit. You clip then and then you beeline it directly for my face.
Fucking crit, too. Gotta love it.
Oh, man. And that, don't you love it when the game just decides a winner, right? Like, and then just go fuck yourself. Ow.
Damn it.
Ooh.
Damn it.
Ooh.
Twinkle. Fuck. All right.
Yeah, the twinkle fuck. Twins.
Twinkle fuck.
Yeah, twinkle, twinkle, little fuck. Why don't you just suck a duck?
Froggies.
No frogs. Not the frogs.
The spermies.
Protect me, little black hole. Protect me.
It's just gonna like arc the thing directly into your face.
Probably.
It was gonna miss, but then this whole black hole's just like, no, fuck that guy in particular. Alright, well, they all got.
Whoa.
No.
A lot of crits.
I lived, bitch. Fuck you. Fuck you, I lived.
Pedro should at least have me targeted by now.
I've been trying to aim for you and Mir at the same time. Although only Mir got hit this time. Yeah, I still have a tracer, so that's good enough.
Alan, are you?
I don't know what that is, but we're gonna use the fuck out of it. Let's find out.
Lightning!
Zzz, zzz.
Oh, magic pixel of health.
Ooh, tank token. Yoink.
Alright, whatever. If I'm gonna go down.
You still got a little bit of a mana bar too, man.
Yeah.
Gravies.
That was less effective than I'd hoped.
Yeah. I sprayed, I prayed, but as we learned, prayer does fucking nothing.
No.
Damn it!
Oh, what?
Those were some wide explosions. And the pinata.
What? 9,000?
Now you have no mana bar.
You know what? Fuck it. Moons. Why not?
When in doubt, moons.
It's not like I'm gonna survive anyways. Oh, I got a token out of the deal at least.
That split was a bit weird.
A little bit. I'm just glad I hit something with them for once, because I never do. Hey, Alan, I can see your doodle.
You keep your fire away from me.
What?
What the?
Hey!
That could have gone places.
I don't even know anymore. This game is fucking crack. It is.
Okay, I just need to get around the bumper and around the
Oh wait!
No,
whoa!
not gonna.
Hey! Wow! I actually hit something. I didn't hit my intended
you
target.
dealt 1 damage.
Hey! Listen. I'm squeaking along with 3 hit points, man. I have no idea how I've even made it this far.
Whee!
That was a lot of
Okay.
bounce.
There I go. I finally died.
3 piñatas.
Rolades.
Spray and pray.
God, yeah, how are you still alive?
Let's kill at least one of them, Pedro.
I'm trying, man.
Oh, there's fucking mini games now, huh? There's Pong.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, Portal. I suck at Pong.
Why didn't you warn me? Me?
I died.
Got him.
All right. You know what? That's pretty dope having like mini games you can play while you're dead, so you don't have to wait around like a chump.
It keeps people in game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Gonna do some soccer to close it off.
Let's do the target shooty one, then we'll do soccer. Call it a
Marksman.
night.
Okay.
All right.
Sure.
Sounds good.
Ha.
Ooh,
Oh,
it's
Pedro.
me.
You got this, bro.
I think
Psych.
so, yes.
Psych. Pressure.
Alright. Bonk.
You still bonk Rohit. Wow.
And that was a sniper. That would have hurt you bad. Wow.
Bonk. Nope. Dodge bonk. Neo dodge bonk. Alright, let's what some bullshit single shot thing do I got lined up that I don't want to use later? Roller. That's not gonna
Right,
be
yeah.
useful.
How can you save all your spray and pray, right? This is what I've learned.
There's strategy to this game.
Yeah, even if your aim is shit, you can there's mitigation.
Whoa.
I read
Amazing.
Womp.
See, what can I get rid of here? Alright.
Boing. Goodbye.
Good bounce. Oh,
Goodbye
shit.
forever. Uh-oh.
Wow, have fun with that.
Oh, yeah. If he can trick shot it, he might and avoid hitting Mira in the face.
Come on.
Oh,
All right.
Yeah. That last froggy.
Sorry, Alan.
Oh, wow.
Oh, phew.
The farty noises.
The pooping seagull.
Oh, is that what it's? All right.
Yeah.
All right. Mayhaps.
Where's it gonna go?
No, too far.
Ow. Ow. Ow.
Oh, I was like, I was too worried about undershooting it, and then I overshot it.
I don't have any more spray and pray. I think I'm fucked.
How do I want to approach this? Overthink it. Overthink it. Come on.
Ah,
All right.
Oh.
I had to burn a
Lucky.
rapid fire for that.
remember when I said I didn't give a shit about Pong? This is why.
I'm playing the real game over here, man.
Ah,
That was like one of the jokes I was going to make during the review. It was like, we need a 3D version of Pong.
There was a first person
There was
breakout.
so close.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I didn't make the joke.
Yeah,
I was
it's,
like,
and there was one for the Mac as well. There was a 3D one.
Breakout, but $40 more. Yeah, I remember that one.
No, it was a Pong game. 2-person.
I mean, there's like 2-player Breakout, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna miss.
Ooh.
Hey.
I guess not.
Nope.
Ow!
Did not touch me. Almost
Warning
got
shot.
him, but did not.
Oh,
I guess you're gonna have to scooch yourself out of that one.
Oh, didn't bounce.
Ah.
You.
Bumper
I mean,
bounce.
yeah, right?
Oh.
Whoa. Ow.
That's a new hobby. Bonk.
Holy
Oh,
crap,
fuck you,
that
game.
was the stuff that showed like shot.
Oh, that's not too bad. That's not too bad.
You're better at Pong than I am. I'm not getting any better at this.
Oh, you guys, yeah, going at it and Bong?
He won the last round. I got close, but now I just don't care anymore.
Bonk.
Yeah, I come back and like, there's some bullshit on the screen, man.
Like, I guess this would be my version of Russian roulette. They're like, nope, we got a thing hooked up to your heart that's gonna stop it. I'm like, all right, we'll go out like this. Oof.
Oh, good shot. Very good shot. Oh shit.
Oh,
Oh, you get a safety
I'm glad
though.
This isn't mine. Yeah, I, mean,
I have a
you've got-
bumper.
Yeah,
you've got a bumper you can bounce off of.
you got a second chance, man.
Be
Like,
glad
yeah.
that wasn't like, yeah.
On top of it or like directly in front of it. Oh,
Wow.
hi, Alan.
That's what quicksand does. Okay, now I know.
Welcome to his like, well, I'm going to go out on a question mark. We're getting questions answered, Bench. Hey. Teleport. Ooh, can I use that? No. Boo. All right. Oh, flowers? Algernon. Damn.
Ooh, too low.
All right,
Okay,
now
I'm
you
not
can play
staying down.
you can
I'm
play
not-
Rohit in Pong.
I'm not staying down here.
What's bullshit is you can't move the little window around.
I don't need to move the window around to beat Rohit.
Well, if you want to see the game and the other game.
Nice one.
The only move is not to play. You merely adopted the Pong. I was raised by it, molded by it.
Raised by the bonk. Oh, hello. How
Oh, I'm so
nice
glad
of you.
that's not mine. Yeah.
I have a tank wiener.
Oh. Bucker.
I can see your doodle.
All day cupcake.
Goodbye.
All right, Alan versus Pedro. Hacker v hacker. Who wins?
Go on. No, Mr. Alert's gonna land that one, and then it's gonna give me a real fuck you one, and then I'm gonna lose.
All right. We gotta cut back to the main show. Here we go.
Yeah, see, told you.
And you get a little sperm on your face. You got a little something there, Pedro.
Mm-hmm.
Where the oh, there it is. Jeez. All right. That's
Not too,
easy.
yeah, that's not too bad.
Can he get it, ladies
Yeah.
and gentlemen? I have nothing but the faith.
Ooh.
And will the arc hit Alan? Oh,
Fuck
it
it.
is.
Yes.
Can we add insult to injury?
Who the heck am I playing with in Pong?
I think it's actually a bot, maybe, for each person.
Oh,
Oh,
was it playing the whole time?
Yeah, because I pulled one up and like Ven's like it was completely different movement.
Yay!
So.
I win.
Mm. Congrats.
All right.
you, sir.
I am Lee Winner.
You got the least worst RNG.
Yeah, you are Wiener, all right.
The truck game, the really bad truck game that once you finish the race, it just said your winner.
I like the OG Ghostbusters for the NES, which just ends with congratulations. You have
Nice.
just proved your worth. Yeah, no one got to that fucking screen because no one saw that typo.
I don't know if I played it on the NES. Was that a top-down one?
It had a couple different modes to it, I remember.
Yeah. I played it on the Apple II.
What do I got?
The only winning play is not to move.
Froggies.
Yeah, sure. Let's see where that goes.
Bye, Rohit.
That's awkward.
Thanks.
Why did it have to come this way?
God damn it! Ah!
Oh,
It's Pikachu! God damn it! Man. Some of my favorite fucking early
Watch a
YouTube
hole.
things. Oh, they're all just coming after me. I see. Alright. I see how this be.
Black holes found.
Won't you come? Won't you come? Alright.
You.
Alright.
All right, somebody needs to get to construction on our side. I don't have anything that builds. I'm only destruction.
Yeah.
Oh.
I only have destruction stuff.
Oh, straight. Oh, that. I just got fucking reminded of a random fucking thing.
Oh, okay.
So there are these zombies in the D&D movie, and they're looking for a guy named Sven, and they dig a guy up, and they're like, "Are you Sven?" And he's like, "No, I'm Ven. Sven's my brother." And I'm like, "Oh fuck."
Next panel, like fourth wall's like, "Hi, Jordan."
Yeah, it's just like, God damn it, he's fucking everywhere.
Jordan, how was the D&D movie?
It was good. I liked it.
I was thinking about seeing it.
Yeah.
Okay, that is not helping.
Who did that?
Oh no, that's not helping at all.
God.
no.
Damn it! Somebody just undid like my past 2 rounds.
I don't know what to do. What's effective here?
Although one thing I did learn though is that apparently Ven and
Can
Sven
we
in the Australian version are
stop
voice.
shooting building material on their side?
No.
What the fuck? I'm like, yeah, if you got to build something, build it on ours to stop. Like, no, let's raise their shit higher to make it harder to hit.
So yeah,
I know
bonus,
exactly who shot that too. So
Yeah.
bonus points about that. Apparently, Ven and Sven in the Australian version of the movie are played by Auntie Donna. So,
yeah, that tracks.
like, why couldn't we get that in the North American version? I'm a bikey man from a bikey gang,
Dun, dun,
living
dun,
in my
dun, dun.
grave.
What are we waiting on?
Me.
Oh,
because I'm trying to figure out.
Do the thing,
what
Bart.
I'm doing. No. Bounds.
No.
Bounds.
It's over there now.
Yeah. I had nothing I could really do this round. Oh Lord, please protect the hover ball and all who dwell within the hover ball.
What the hell's that?
Moon. Moon. Alright. Sure, tunneler. Tunnel me funnels, baby.
Come on, 5-shot.
Nope.
Fuck.
Oh no. Okay.
Midfield is good.
Balls on your ass. As Ven just gleefully takes aim.
Whatever.
Hello, Alan.
So,
Hello. Not much.
I like how it shows you what people are shooting over their head now.
You better. Okay. No!
Fuck. Motherfucker.
Dun, 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 dun.
Alright. Gotta deal with some of this shit.
Dun, 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 dun.
No, fuck. Too much juice.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
That was a thing
if-
that happened, in fact.
If I hit the ball, it probably would have bounded into our goal, so I'm gonna take that as a win.
Whoa.
Come on, bullshit.
That's right. Team bullshit.
Spiky bullshit.
Ah. Well, I guess that's a
It just-
bullshit. That's
It
where
just likes
starts.
Alan.
Yeah. It's adopted Alan. It's a forever ball.
Yeah.
Welp. Did you miss me, Alan? Now kiss. You know, I kind of want to like be clever about this, but I'm not capable of such advanced.
You have a shank?
Fucking maybe. I'm not gonna tell you, man.
Everyone can see on the return video.
Oh, now they can.
Don't be a fucking screen watcher, Pedro.
Narc.
This
I'm just saying, that's been there the whole time.
This isn't fucking screen cheat.
Fucking, what are you, a cop, man?
You gotta tell me if you're a cop.
Right.
That's the law, right?
Yeah.
No.
So,
Alan
hi.
woke up.
Still
It's
playing
like-
game, yeah. Well, hold on for a ride. Here we go. It's a good thing we've spent so much time building up our defense over there. Good to see it.
Why? Fuck you, ball.
This is karmic balance for you winning the last round, Pedro. This is your
Yeah,
fault.
it was me. Yeah, it was me and Mr. Alert right at the end. So now we're both on the same team. We're gonna lose.
Yeah. This is the scales balancing. Okay, fine. We'll use the disco ball. Okay? All right, fine. We'll do it.
Hold on.
Come on.
That bounce is not beneficial.
Yes.
Now,
Very much not beneficial.
That fucking sucked. I hate disco forever now. Fuck you,
Come
Dumb.
on, man. It's lovely when it slowly glides off the right side only to reappear halfway across the map on the other side. Going the opposite direction. It's fucking dope. Love it.
It goes to the nether realm and it comes out in fuck you, that's why mode.
Listen, that ball's quantum as a motherfucker.
It enters the fuck you dimension, and
Yeah. It do what it want. Welp. There you go.
Fuck you.
Love you guys.
Fuck off.
I'm
That
gonna
was bullshit.
I'm gonna slap you in the face so fucking hard.
Floppy balls.
Well, shit.
Oh well.
Can we duck on him one last time?
Meow.
Meow.
Kitty. Bye, kitty.
No, kitty, it's a bad kid. We got the
Answer is
fucking.
nope.
We have fucking Mount Doom in the center there, kinda.
Kinda,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes, we make with the suck.
Okay. Oh no, my precious rank. It went down.
Your rank stank.
My power level.
Oh, man. We had a thing last night. At the after shows, and Ogie and Truslav and myself, we were doing ranked matches. And it's like 3-on-3. So it's like team. All three of us, like, we get different points together, but we got to beat the other team. It's red team, blue team.
Is it like a relay or something, or?
It's just regular race.
Okay.
Let's get to the end first. And the first one we played, dude, we were down 4-0. We fucking rallied and won.
All right. Okay.
Like, those
the
people were,
comeback.
they were confused, man, because they were 1 point away from just dunking on us. Like, perfect. Then we just somehow got our shit together. Like, it was the ultimate rally. And like one we tied. Yes, Alan?
Oh, no, sorry. The daily win thing.
Ah,
What did you win?
Bailey.
1 gear.
I got 3 gears and 7 cosmetic points.
Gears of War.
That was like an okay song off of a very mediocre Megadeth album.
Yes, Akamai. No, well, yeah, no, good Akamai. You send me alerts because I tell you to. You're nice. Yep.
Usage spiked. Hi. Yes. I remember getting those emails. It's like you read them like nothing to worry about, but just so these are purely informational. It's like, well,
It's good. It's like, yo, you got an alert for inbound traffic, and I'm like, yep. Yo, by the way, outbound traffic's lit up too, yo. I'm like, yeah, we're good. But
I mean, but like you want that for like
you
the one
want
time
that
you're like,
for
yeah,
when
because
we're
like,
not doing this, right?
yeah, and you're like, that's
what?
not good.
Uh-uh.
Yeah.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to call it a night. We survived. We debugged most of the LGC Jack scene in OBS live on the air. That was entertaining. What's your shirt say?
If you can read this, you've provoked an attack of opportunity. It's a D&D joke.
Oh, okay.
Are you? Do you have to be within 4 feet to read that?
No, fuck. I could read it when he stood up. And like, we're like 1,000 kilometers away from each other, and I could still read it.
Yeah, but it's like Darth Vader, where you can choke people over Skype.
Don't release force choke, telechoke.
Yeah, Skype
force
choke.
over IP is a bad idea,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, new for Microsoft.
Clipping, no.
Yeah, choke over IP, choip.
OnlyFans just got real, son. Come hang out with us when we're feeling slightly less psychotic, but we'll be doing that next week, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, right here on Twitch. Come say hi in the meantime. Thanks everybody for playing with us this afternoon. Katana, Mir, Alan, and of course Rohit. And RIP North Ranger, who always, like, I think just like falls the fuck asleep in the live channel.
Yeah.
I can respect that.
No.
So I'm gonna put you guys in the background while I fall
Yeah.
asleep.
Or just go do something more entertaining, like play tic-tac-toe. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll be back with Filthy Casuals on Tuesday with some Trackmania, 14 maps of nonsense. We'll await. But until then, good show, everybody. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
I expect like the Raspberry Pi just like little flame pop out of it. Like, all right, you made
Magic
it.
blue smoke.
Land.
Stick the landing.